And there we go. We're live. Hello.
Oh,
hello.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, he's leaving now. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I have a guest today.
Hi.
If you don't know who this dude is, go check his channel out and you'll know.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me today.
Actually, that's not a problem. I could change my avatar name here.
You can
Make
have
it
whatever
easier
you
for
want
you.
on there.
We'll change
Well.
it from custodian of Catlandia to Storms, Radios, and Cats. So, look.
It's so small I can't really read it, so it doesn't matter. Even with my readers on, I'm still blind as a bat. But hello everyone.
Oh, I stepped on mine.
Yeah.
So I heard that I was moving some boxes, right? And the glasses, I took them off and I put them on the edge of the table. My first mistake. Then I bumped them with my butt and they fell on the floor. When I stepped back to look for them, I stepped on them.
Oh gosh.
I said, okay. So good thing they were dollar store specials.
That's what I have. And I made sure I've been grabbing them if they're still $1.25 because I cannot function without my readers. But
there's my buddy Shawnee. Hi, Shawnee.
I'm going to say Stuart's prepping. Thanks for being here. Much tested. Voodoo Queen. Long day in your homes. Girl, I don't know how you do it because you make me tired when you talk about all the things that you're doing all the time. Literally. And let's see. Going there again. All right. I said hi to you. That's Voodoo Queen. Chit chat in the beginning. My nickname for you is Fio because I don't want to try and chop it up because I will. Jan Penlin. Hello. Thank you for being here. And I'm scrolling and more scrolling because everybody's here. And yes, the man is here on my channel. Thank you for hanging out with me. Okay. Yep.
Unless I'm asleep, then no. All bets are off.
Yeah. Hello. Nice to see you. McBean, hello to you. Thanks for being here. Celtic Grandma, nice to see you as always. Mary Miles, thank you for being here. Raka. There's some people that I think you guys are pretty much from the very beginning when I started trying to do videos, and it was like, I don't even know what year it was, but it was ridiculous. My videos were terrible at the beginning, I know that. Hello, who's your prepper nurse? I know I probably just said that wrong. Let's see. Going there. Virginia, hello. Nice to see you. I've seen lots of comments from you on some of my things that have been posted lately. And I appreciate all of y'all. And let me see. Hello, a favorite farmer. The west side of the Republic of the Peoples of the Michigan. Yep. It is cold. I've been working on all the things, getting ready for this ridiculous weather. I know there's a big, huge cold front thing that's going to be happening, which is ridiculous. Uncle Al, thanks for being here. Hope you're doing good. Thanks for reminding people to hit the little likey button. I appreciate that. Let me see. Where'd that go? Debbie, hello. Welcome to the crazy family. Let's see. Devil Dog Prepper. Hello. How are you? Thanks for being here. And here's the bestie. Thanks for being here. Mighty Metallica. Let's see. Okay. I think I caught everybody there. Everybody's caught up so far. Oh, goodness. Sorry, I got chills. It's cold now all of a sudden. Ariana, Ella wants out, please. Of course, the dog wants to go out when we get started on this. What's it say? Working on getting your preps, yep, all the things. Yeah, Minnesota. I've been in Minnesota in the winter, and I would never want to drive there because I thought Michigan was bad, but you can't even, it's a big wall of snow that I remember in Minnesota when I was there, and it was quite a few decades ago when I was much younger. Oh my goodness. Polar friend, yes, all the things that they have, I can do without it. And Shawnee, you can call him Uncle Al. Everybody calls him Uncle Al. That's his new nickname. So obviously you guys can hear us. And last time we were hanging out in here.
Yeah.
Since I can't show the documentary, which is a real bummer because it's irritating. And it's too much time consuming to do take pictures of different areas and stuff like that, because I don't know if even if I just show a picture, if they'll still slam me if it says anything on there. But I mean, I don't know. But last time we were talking about they made it through the desert and all that stuff, and they found a town that they were actually able to get into because a person that he helped, the medic guy, helped a guy that he gave him some of his antibiotics, which, you know, you're gonna have to choose at some point in time. Do you want to keep that for yourself or do you want to help someone else? But obviously it helped out for that person. The video that's on the question is where is it at? There it is. The video that I link is not the original. It is it's a bootleg, pretty much. But because the quality is terrible, the original is something you can really see. Same thing where you can find parts of American Blackout. You can find a couple parts that are piecemealed together and stuff like that. But no. Yeah, I mean, I can't get a copyright. I can't use it. I mean, whatever it is, it's a pain in the butt, just like music. So, but anyhow, this guy used his antibiotics for someone else. He was trying to do the right thing in his mind because he's a medical person. But when it came down to it, at the end, I'm not giving the ending up on it, but obviously, nice, my dogs.
It kind of set itself up, but I'm not going to give it away either. Yeah.
So it just is a sucky thing that I can't show the documentary while I'm talking about it because not everybody. I've watched it, I swear, at least 50 times just because there's always one little detail that it's like, oh, I got to remember that point or I got to remember this. And I
watched it twice.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. Careful on certain phrases and words. I know. I'm bad at that, Uncle Al. You know, because I keep saying, Michelle, be careful, be careful.
Yeah.
So, but the part where trying to decide whether you're going to try to get out of town and leave your place, that would be the hardest decision for me. Just because, like I said before, if you weren't here last time, you know your four walls better than anyone else. And I know you want to memorize your home when in the dark so that you don't have to have any lights on or anything at all, because people are going to be, you know, wanting to come and find people to do bad things too, or they're going to steal your stuff and do bad things, all the things that you can imagine. So trying to stay in your home, if you are able to prepare yourself and protect yourself and try to protect your home in whatever ways, shape, or form that you want to do that, whatever means you have on hand, plan on using them all. Because I know I would, as much as possible. I need like 2 more arms. But that would be the hardest decision for me. Let me know, whoever's here so far, would you instantly, if you heard, you know, DEFCON 5 was going to happen, would you pack up whatever you could and go? Or would you hang out and try to ride it out like they did in the beginning? Let me know. I think they were there for, was it a month? I think it was maybe a month they stayed past when they had the shutdown part of it. It might have been longer. It might have been more than just 1 month. Usually after a couple of weeks, it's chaotic. I mean, it's going to be DEFCON 5 stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Kentucky, don't eat people and grow a garden. Okay, I don't want to know what that means. Some of the stuff you post is very interesting for sure.
Most of us in Kentucky don't eat people.
Yeah.
At least we try not to.
Yeah. It says, I know it was a movie, several flaws on verbal standard. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that I obviously me myself, I like to have my certain things that are natural things, but if it came down to it, I'd have to kick those to the curb and go with the other things. Unfortunately, that is how I would be. Just being in the medical field in general, I'm not gonna have to worry about if I can grow enough, whatever it is. I can't even do that. I can't even do it in Michigan. I mean, we cannot grow anything in Michigan. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I was gonna say being in the country isn't always a safe place. Unfortunately, from what I've heard and from other channels and other experiences of people like my family in Louisiana when Katrina hit, people that are in Florida now, double the amount of people. It is a poop show. It is really a poop show because, there's so much garbage and stuff that caused more damage from the first storm that went through there for the second one that caused even more problems because they didn't even get a chance to do anything yet.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, I mean, I will if it's. I don't want to get gridlocked. Yeah, anywhere. If you haven't seen the movie yet, the plot summary pretty much is: think of 2020, and you're stuck in your home, everything's shut down, and then all crap hits the fan. But this wasn't a long-term situation, even longer. But it's kind of based off pretty much what most of us went through at some point in time and all the stuff that ensued afterwards. Yes, what Shawnee says there is, weird people knocking on doors. They're doing that now. I don't know if you guys see that going on, but there's random people. There's people following around Amazon drivers or any delivery people, and they are going right behind them and taking items.
Did you happen to catch Pinball's latest video?
No, I have not. I don't know when I watched one of his last.
Oh, he's been collecting, donations and whatnot for, and someone followed him from town to his home, and he had to lose them.
Is he in the area where the stuff was going on, or is he far away?
No, he was. I mean, they were lucky, they were spared, but he was trying to help other people out. So, like his viewers and people were, donating, and he was taking care of the money and putting it in the bank, and somebody was following him around, and because they had an older truck, he has a newer truck, and he's had it for several years, used to driving it. And he lost him on the road to his house because he knew the road really well. And, I've always thought that was important to know that you know your area really well. And, if you get in a situation like that too, where it looks kind of sketchy. Yeah. By all means, put the pedal to the metal and get the hell out of there because you don't want dragging people to your house.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's creepy as it is, no matter what. Yeah, that would be difficult, Jan, for you. I mean, certain medications and stuff that you can't take. The hard part is that you're not going to be, I mean, depending on where you live, I mean, I would not be able to make any natural remedies that at all with anything because we just don't have the ability to grow those things on a regular basis, or to do any of that stuff. So that is.
I'm still learning. My yard, really, the woods and everything over here is just teeming with things that I know are medicinal, but I don't know all of them. Like I don't know what to use them for. I don't know all their names. I don't know how to identify all of them, but I'm learning.
Well, part of my doctorate for naturopath is herbology, and that is not something I could do. I mean, I do use some things that are more natural, but to do other I don't do tinctures. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. I eat food that is more healing for the body. I'm more nutritionist and a naturopath in general. And hello,
Yeah.
Minuteman. Thanks for being here. Funny man. Entertaining guy. Start over. You just got here. Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't remember my name half the time.
It's Bill.
Yeah, all the things.
Hey, CR.
CR's on here. Yay.
Mhm.
How are you? Yeah, it's kind of scary that some people are trying to do good things. I mean, all the things. I mean, Joe on Survival Living, some of the things about, what's the confiscation of the things or whatever, because of the laws of things or whatever. I don't trust the GOV. And Uncle L, I'm trying to keep it PC and I'm trying not to say the bad words, but I do not trust anything at all whatsoever. And it is nice to see you, CR. I have not seen you for a long time on here. I mean, I've seen you here and there, but you know what I mean. Let me see. Hey, Camo Carl, how are you? Found and tried 130 edible plants and trees in Michigan. You go. Okay, just ship some of that to me. Because I am not good at that one. I do certain things, but not all that. Nope. And I'm sure there's probably some more people that have come in that I can't see that I have missed because I'm flapping my gums per usual. But so
hey, this is your channel.
Yeah,
whatever you want to with it.
What does it say? Crazy behind the wheel, willing to use your vehicle as a weapon. Yep. Well, if you were like us when we were younger, we were dukes of hazarding things. We used to drive through the fields with the lights off and see who could not smash their vehicles.
Oh God! Oh, don't even.
Oh,
Don't even get me
when you're
started.
our age range in the mid 40s to mid 50s, we are still alive. We did not die drinking out of the garden hose that didn't have fluoride in it. Yeah, that didn't have fluoride in it and all that crazy stuff back in the day. But that's how it goes. Let's see.
Yeah, driving at night with your headlights off. I remember that. It was
Oh
tagged.
yes. Oh, it was. They used to drag race with their lights off.
Yeah,
On
we did that
main
too.
roads. Well, the main roads in our little one stoplight town.
Yeah,
There's still only one light out of all these years too. I don't live there anymore, thank goodness. But okay, yeah, anything that's natural stuff. Somebody else needs to create their channel and do that because I don't. But for me, yes, I probably would try to write it out. But if it seemed to be too difficult, I mean, if you get exhausted, I mean, I'm the only person that could defend us in our home. So if it got to the point where I just couldn't do it anymore, that's when I would have to take the chance to go to location number 2. And the good thing is that there's only 2 directions getting out of where I'm at right now to go to one direction or another direction. But if I can get through like 4 miles, I'm like headed out of city areas, even though those areas will probably be, they may still be gridlocked. There might be, vehicles that don't have any gas sitting there blocking stuff. But if I have to bump somebody's vehicle out of the way, I will.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't hurt my vehicle so I can keep going, I'm fine. And yes, please listen to Uncle Alan. Hit the like button if you would. On your way in, on your way out. Either one is fine with me.
By vehicle, there's 2 ways in and out of here, but there are ways in and out of this valley that you don't take a vehicle. Maybe side by side or 4-wheeler, but
yeah,
I've lived here. This is my second time living on this property, so I've lived here 6 years plus whatever it was the first time, and I know this ridge pretty well.
Yeah,
it pays to know. It really does.
Well, for me, if it was just myself, it'd be a totally different story. If you have children or if you have someone that is differently abled or different abilities or whatever the things are, if somebody's on you know, a CPAP machine 24/7 because they can't breathe,
Yeah.
you're going to end up staying with that person unless you decide, or, you know, or if that person is now gone, then you're going to try and go somewhere else. But there's a lot of hard decisions that it would be very difficult. It's just, it's any, even for medical personnel in general, or even a normal feeling human being, you do not want to watch someone die if you can help them not die. If it's, you know, but pretty much if it's your time to go, God's going to let you know that. If you don't believe in God, I mean, whatever you believe in, if it's your time to go, you're going to go. And if it's not your time, you might come out with a bunch of bruises, cuts, and missing some limbs, but you'll still be alive if you're meant to be here. That's my thoughts on those.
Yeah. Well, people really do need to like familiarize themselves with their area. And that road you never thought you would ever take it. You never know. It could be a different way out.
Well, that's the thing, is that, you know, we know the ways that we have to get out road wise, and it's gridlocked every single day, all year round, no matter what directions you're going, especially certain times of the day. But to leave on foot, it would be very difficult for us to go ahead and do that, just because I can't, you know, my daughter is taller and weighs more than I do. So that's the hard part for me. I just, if anybody has a question, because I have more eyeballs than my own, if you can put it in all caps. So if you have a question, just put it in all caps, please. So that way I can get this thing out of here now. Go back to the thing. Okay. Yes, Mary, I know you said something about your camper because of the square footage and things like that, trying to find spots. It's difficult because it is limited space. It depends on where you're at temperature wise. Obviously, it's the same thing with a mobile home. I mean, mobile homes are terrible too, but this one that I have, it's too big for me and my daughter. But I mean, storage wise, it's fine. But I can't handle stuff all around me. If I see stuff, if I'm tripping over things, my anxiety is like terrible. So I have decluttered things and got rid of things that I do not need to have. Like, I don't need 5 spatulas. I need 1. Can openers, don't buy the cheap crap ones from Dollar Tree store, because if that's the only one you have, that's fine. Make sure you get the old fashioned kind. Get those little tiny ones where you got to sit there and put the work in.
Yeah, folks, don't buy the ones you can bend by hand.
Yeah. There's like 3 or 4 different kinds of manual little small ones that aren't going to get worn out very easily. So, but I have been decluttering through the years. So all I have is, it doesn't sound right, but I am a minimal prepper in a way. I only have the necessities, and I don't want a whole bunch of just miscellaneous crap. You know, I don't care if you say, "Oh, here's this pen. Take this pen with you for free," you know, or whatever it is. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't need it.
That's what I've been doing for the past 2 years, is just getting rid of everything.
I mean, if there's things that are worthwhile donating to someone, if someone else, some other organization can use it. If there's food I stocked up on that is terrible and I'll never eat it before it would go bad, it's hard because you can't donate to pantries because it's past the date. Whoopie ding. You know, it's like, you know, they're all about the best buy dates. They're not expiration dates anymore. They're best buy dates, and they still won't even budge on that, but whatever. So sorry, I'm so behind on things. If I missed anybody, but okay. Yeah, with a camper, I'm not a good one with campers. I know how small they are, but I mean, if I had it in front of me, I could probably figure out storage for you. So
yeah,
drive on up here and I'll help you. Actually, yeah, know the path beyond GPS. That is, yes. knowing the extra side roads, like Storms was saying, that's good. And make sure you have a paper map, like a whole atlas of all the states,
GPS.
because your phone is not going to be working right. And it's just don't just don't. Get rid of as much stuff as you can.
Just keep in mind, GPS is still not perfect.
Yeah. No, I had one that kept telling me I needed to go around the corner for this thing, and it was not. I mean, for 30 minutes, it still took me in a circle over and over again. It's ridiculous. Yeah. It's good to have. I do print out still. I still am a person that uses a printer, and I print out pieces of paper and put them in my little red emergency go container of all the important documents. Make sure you have copies of all those things with you, because if you lose your driver's license, your social security cards, any of your investments, your accounts, all that stuff, then make sure you have all that stuff ahead of time and ready to go. That's why I use a red one, because some red shows really easily. So
yeah.
Excuse me. 2 fistfuls of Dollar Tree can openers.
Turn this fan off. I'll be right back.
Oh, sure. No worries. Yeah, finding, I mean, I have like 1 or 2 really good can openers. And yes, I have like some crappy ones if somebody wants to barter. I'll have $1, the Dollar Tree one or something like that. I have bartering items separate, of course. And let me see what I'm trying to catch up in here. Set up for a 5-day camp. Yeah, that's good. That is good. That's a good test. I still keep telling everybody, I mean, I still recommend it. Actually, I have some things that are on the other side, which is my kitchen area, which is, I pretty much went through and picked out 20 random items, but we don't stock items we don't eat. So I can pick whatever things, but it's going to be like 10 days worth of meals or more, probably 10 days to 2 weeks of meals and snacks for my daughter and I. So, and just 20 items. So you get creative. You got to learn how to like stretch the things like we grew up, it's like you had chili over rice. And that was how we did it. Dessert used to be sliced tomatoes with sugar, or some people like salt and some people had sugar. That was dessert. We didn't go to Starbucks and get some $15 thing, whatever it is. I don't even know. I don't go there.
Swanky cup of coffee.
Yeah. People gave me 2 TVs you'll never use. You can't hook them up or anything like that. Well, get rid of them. If you still have those, then just set them out. Actually, in here where we live, if I have something that I can't sell, I just put it. We have a page online that we can, post things on there. I put a note on there that says, if it's garbage day, I'm like, okay, I have X, Y, and Z items, and they're going to be at this area. And if people want to come and get it, they can come get it. But I don't want nothing. I don't want anything around. As I say, plat books will get you anywhere you need to go in the country. What I don't know what a plat book is. What's that? You gotta explain it to me. I have no idea what that means, because all I have is my atlas. I have my state and I have all the states. Let me see. Outfitted in a 77 military Dodge radio truck with everything I need. There you go. I like my truck. I used to always have cars. I've never had like a truck vehicle or SUV type vehicle. Now I'll never go back, because now I definitely want to make sure I have it for sure.
All right, Uncle Al, have a good night. Enjoy your pizza.
I'm so behind. I'm sorry, Uncle Al. Sleep good and take care. And
he'll be back. He said see you shortly.
Oh, okay. All righty. Mention everyone should flip the breaker power off once a month and see where the weak spots are. Yeah, that is true. Doing not using electricity. I don't shut my breaker off, but the last live stream I was talking about, a weekend from 72 hours with no electricity, no running water, not using your toilet, and using only your food preps and what you have on hand in your house. It is not easy. And I you know, even a veteran, it's not easy, I'll tell you that. Swing away can openers. Can openers. I am not up on all the new fab stuff because I'm really old school. It's a phone book, but it's a lens. Oh, okay. Thank you for explaining that. Catching up, take it up. What does it say? You can order free maps through the state of Michigan website. I got plenty of those.
I know Ohio and Kentucky, both their rest areas usually have maps.
Yeah. And sorry, if you're new, welcome. I have seen names I have not seen. So welcome. Thanks for hanging out. Dehydrating fruits. That's one thing I really liked in the documentary is when they get to this new location that they're at, they were talking about you get creative with, because it's how difficult it is to actually start a garden. You can't just throw seeds in grass or in grass. Yeah. The seeds in dirt and they're not going to grow. This is what I'm trying to spit out. Goodness gracious. So, and then also she said, you're going to get creative because vehicles aren't running. They're using horses and stuff like that because gasoline is gone. So, but vehicles sitting there and it's a hot weather, they showed hot weather and stuff like that. But, the person in the documentary was saying, that's the time that you can retrofit a vehicle into a good solar dehydrator of all the things that you are able to grow. And most things, well, they went to Idaho in this documentary. Now, if they came to Michigan in the winter, you're not going to grow nothing. Unfortunately, you could go ice fish. Your food is all going to be things that you can catch in the wild, pretty much. Or if you know how to forage and not eat something poisonous. I'm not good at that. If I see a mushroom, I love mushrooms, but I'd probably eat the wrong one. That'd be my luck. That would be my luck. So
a refrigerator makes a good dehydrator too.
Yeah, if it's outside in the yard or something like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
solar,
most of them are not. But
yeah, solar dehydrator. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. Thanks for listening in. Ariana, will you do that dog, please? Thank you. I got the side eye from the old one. She's like the side eye, like lady. So thanks for listening in. Stainless steel clothespins. Yeah. Any kind of clothespin, I think, would be helpful. I bought some of the. I've had wood ones before, and those break. I know that they break. I used to have to put laundry out that way as well, but I found some plastic ones that are kind of reinforced pretty good that have been used for a few years. So that's pretty good. Well, hello, Sunset. Nice to see you. Finally made it down this way. Sorry, it's been a while. It's getting down here because I'm blabbing. But but going into a new town, can you just imagine, if Storm and I, if we took off and we were just walking down the street with whatever we were able to carry that we still had that people hadn't swiped from us. Hello, Don, up there. How you doing? Southeast Michigan. Yep, that's where I'm at too. Somewhere in the area over there, the Southeast Michigan area. So welcome. Nice to see you. Yeah, we're talking about the After Armageddon documentary, and so the hard part would be if we were taking off and we were walking, and we got somebody bombarded us and they took all our water, all of our food, and any supplies, any way that we had other than the clothes on our back. I can't imagine what it would be like trying to go into well, they were turned away in this documentary. They were not allowed in because they had people guarding the gate. They had it gated off. So then the person that he helped with, Camo Carl. Okay. Lapeer County. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I was going to say, I grew up in Lapeer County. So I know that county. But it's really creepy to think that, okay, you get turned away from going in someplace. Obviously, people who have the goods, the building where they went in there and swiped something out of there. I can't remember what it was in the documentary that they went into the where they were hoarding all the things in the empty buildings that they found, or like industrial. Thank you. Industrial building or something where they had a bunch of goods in there or something like that. But
that was a warehouse. Yeah.
Warehouse.
Yeah.
So then with the nice guy, the guy that, you know, he helped out with his antibiotics, that he shouldn't probably have used that much. He should have just gave him a little tiny bit, like a couple drops. But no, he gave him a full dose of antibiotic, which that could have saved himself, obviously, or anybody that's close to you. But that person obviously knew somebody in there because they let them in there. But to see that a so-called sheriff,
yeah,
I love some of the law enforcement. Not saying all of them are bad, but the youngins that don't know squat need to go. They need to go. Lakeville. My grandmother was born in Lakeville. Yep, I know all the areas. I know all those areas. But you're a Michigander, and I can't stand that name. I am not a Michigander. I come from Michigan, dang it. I'm so sick of hearing that crap.
You're not a goose either.
Yeah, I was going to say, well, the chick that talks like that is a goose, but that's a nice way of saying it. That's the only way I can say it. Yeah, so going into a new town, you're an outsider. You're an outsider. They didn't have anything with them to bring to contribute other than they have to, you know, if they had any supplies, they're all going to be commandeered or whatever they want to call it, because everything goes into a main storage area that is under lock and key. And then if you get caught stealing something from there, it's instant punishment. So that I'm not going to say the words just because I know that all the people are watching me and stuff on here on the tubes. So Michigan. Yeah, thank you very much. I am a goon, kind of. So yeah, that would be difficult because I'm not somebody that can deal with a power trip person. You know, I had to deal with it a little bit when I was in the military and basic training. But even then, I still would not let, you know, because, you know, females, I mean, yes, there's tons and tons of channels that are preppers, that are military people, veterans, whatever. I don't care, whatever. I'm one of the few females that I know of that has served as long as I have. I don't know any other ones that have served as long as myself and dealt with all the crap. I try not to serve, but it's going to probably fly out. You know, sorry if I do, but too bad. But I don't like people on a power trip. And usually law enforcement people think that they know the law when they don't. And citizens, before the crap hits the fan, make sure you know your rights, because it's BS. I don't like seeing people, especially when I mean, yes, they do some good things here and there. The one thing that I heard of this evening, I'm going to use not the terms that I can use because otherwise I'll get kicked off here again. But we had an incident, a very bad incident happen right in my city. Again, like just a few hours ago, it was a couple hours before I got on here, is when I found out about it. And it was not a good thing. There were some people that were not good people pretending to be from a utility type of a company that went into a home that, you know, they pretended to be X, Y, and Z. Pretty much the man is no longer breathing and the woman she was left to live. That's the only thing I can say. And that is like just miles. Again, this is another humongous thing with violence and things like that. And that really pisses me off. If you're a coward like that, if you want to break into somebody's home and try and get their valuables because you think, okay, they live in this big old house, they must have some shit in there that I want. Sorry. So yeah, that's why I'm going to turn into angry prepper, female version. But if you want to swipe somebody's stuff because you're a lazy F-bomb, then don't harm anybody. Just go in there and take the crap, because you know you're going to get caught anyway at some point in time. eventually you will get caught. But that really pisses me off that somebody is that much of a pansy that they can't wait till they go and leave they could leave the house. They could leave the house, you know, in the next morning for work or wherever else they're going to do. Go bust in there then, you ding dongs. You don't got to go in there and take somebody's life away. That pisses me off. Ariana, will you deal with that other ding ding dog, please? Thank you. That one, like, I taught her, I bell trained her to go out, but now there's no bell here, so she just scratches on the door, and I just painted it. I was like, come on, release the sailor. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, yeah. So, what a level 6. I don't know what level that means, but yeah, I'm pissed off about things. But anyhow, so there has been numerous things with violent crimes in our city. And, you know, I live in one of the largest, so-called wealthiest counties in Michigan. And it's ridiculous that the trash from everywhere around has made it, you know, they keep saying, oh, you live like an hour from Detroit or whatever. And I was like, I'm not worried about going to Detroit because Detroit is up here. They come up here to steal shit. You know, they're not gonna try and find anything down there. I mean, there's a couple nice areas down there, but it's ridiculous that there's a whole bunch of crap. Yeah, there's some of the things. Well, that's another one. That's a whole different other thing, Don, that's going on, because this other thing is right in it's right in my city. I'm not going to say my city directly, but it's right in my city, like miles away from where I'm at, and that pisses me off. So, a murderer on patrol breaking into your apartment in Oxford. Oh, yeah. You let him, yeah. Psh, yeah. It just ticks me off. People, you know, people think that they're entitled to anything that they want, and that really makes me angry. But I don't do well with people that try to use their titles that they have for pushing people around. But in the my dog is just barking like, well, just one moment. Barry's going to entertain you for just a moment.
Yeah. We used to have problems on my road with addicts. I couldn't think of any other word to call them except that. Just, but, you know, begging around, and when they couldn't get anything up of the neighborhood, then they would sneak around and take whatever they thought they needed at the time. And I'm happy to say that they're gone. You know, for the most part, the road has been pretty quiet. We haven't had any problems with people breaking in, but yeah, Mary Miles, I've got quite a few cats actually. I lovingly call my property Catlandia. But yeah, you know, we may have gotten rid of the riffraff, but the problem is now that our little town is starting to grow, where it's been kind of left to go. You know, it's been left to go over the years, and suddenly now there's new stores going in. And the problem with that is our road is a main road, and it, you know, has a lot of traffic, and you get a lot of travelers and whatnot. And now we have to actually stop and think that, you know, things did go sideways. Those people are going to be, you know, they get stuck here in this little, you know, 1-horse town. They're going to be going off the rails, and they're going to be going, you know, 3 miles from town to see what people have. And you know,
I'm back.
We got rid of the riffraff? Welcome back.
Yeah, she was guarding the yard.
So,
yes,
all right,
right, she knows. If she continues to make noise, then if it's not just if it's a little bark or woof woof here and there, that's one thing. But if she keeps going like that, that's why I'm like, boom, I'm out. Because if there's anybody out there, I'm gonna kick some butt. So, so what did I miss that you guys talking about? Just all this stuff about the bullpucky, about people being
I was just echoing what you were talking about before you had to take our puppy. But you know, we finally got our little valley cleaned up from the attics and whatnot. Now, you know, I stopped to think about it, that we've kind of always sort of had this kind of thing where we'd like to see our little town grow. But the problem is that we have a main highway that cuts through our town.
Mm-hmm.
And with that comes people who don't know the area very well. And, if, you know, things
and they don't belong in the area either.
Yeah. Things did go sideways. We're only 3 miles from town. So,
right. Yeah. I'd like
there's some downside to seeing your little town suddenly become
the nice town turning to a crap hole is what it is. Our downtown,
400 people, you know.
Yeah, we have hundreds of thousands, unfortunately, but not in my area, but we have plenty. But yeah, I do agree that these people that do not belong here are purposely brought here by the GOV just to piss us all off.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, I was just saying I fought for a year and a half to get my daughter because she's a young adult, you know, and they refused to give her food benefits. And I was like, excuse me, but you know, after the My Sharona crap or whatever, where they paid everybody to stay home and do nothing, and everybody went out and bought TVs and all this dumb crap. I was prepping.
Yeah.
up. You're gonna pay me something or give me food benefits and stuff. I'm not, you know, well, we were talking about things, but people use their benefits for things they shouldn't, like, you know, selling some of this stuff off or some illegal items that they shouldn't really be wanting to do, or, you know, doing all kinds of crap, you know,
just like in the movie.
Yeah.
You know, there was that guy who was just out of his mind, you know, because he couldn't get his fix anymore.
All I think about is, you know, have you seen something about Paul, John, and Ringo and all that stuff? That's all I remember.
No.
It was
Yeah.
The My Sharona. Yes, I call it My Sharona because, you know, you can't, well, you had to use all these code words because channels on the tube was getting, you know, banned and all this other crap. And it's like, you know what? The bad thing is that I'm big on civil rights as a born here person, or you know, my whole family, we all immigrated here at some point in time, but the people who are legally here as a citizen have amendment rights, and I heavily believe in them, and I'm gonna kick a dog in the pants if you don't knock it off. She's a stinker. Oh my goodness. I highly dislike the fact that people don't have freedom of speech on this platform. Because you should be able to say any word you want. I mean, yes, if you use a copyright thing or something, or you show a documentary, whatever crap, okay, that's fine and dandy. But if I want to say whatever I want to say, like if I say I disagree with having he/she's doing story time for my elementary student at school, I should be able to say anything I want to about that. Because, you know, yeah, it's that kind of crap. I'm glad my daughter is a young adult now, because if they did that BS back when she was in, oh hell, I'd be in jail. I would have been in jail many times. Yeah. I mean, there's too much crap. I don't care who is what and what you want to be. You can be whatever you want to be. You can be a Martian. I don't care. But don't try and shove it down anybody else's throat. I don't really care. I mean, I got all kinds of people that I know, that I love, that I care about. But nope. I have a half sister that is married to another woman. I don't care. You can do whatever you want with whoever you want. It's like, I don't care what you do. But don't try and say crap to me. I mean, I don't talk to her anymore. I was like, she was having a pissy fit about me liking the T-Man instead of whatever other people call other dill holes that are running for things. I was like, you know what? I don't care what you think. I said, I really don't care. That's
I
my
heard a gay man not too long ago on his live stream, and he was saying, he was actually at a Renaissance type
Mhm.
thing, going on in his country. And he said, and over here we have, and it was story time, the story time tent.
Yeah.
He, despite the fact that he was that way, he was just like, this right here needs to go to, he said, this right here doesn't even need to be, because there's little children walking around, and he said, that right there is sick. He said, I may not be living a life I should be, but that right there is no business in the public.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that I don't, yes, everybody in our country has their born rights, no matter what. But you do not have the right to shove your crap some down and annoy other people with it, or interfere with us living our lives in general.
Yeah.
I am a loud, well, I can be loud. I try not to be loud all the time. I can be very loud, very determined, and I will tell you to F off if you don't do something that you should be doing, especially when it comes to either myself or if it's that young lady that I have that I will protect with my life. Because anybody screws with her in any single way, shape, or form, I will ixnay the situation. And I've done it her whole life. And I will do it until I'm dead. So
yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm glad
the same way with my kids.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that, the thing is that, well, the other thing is that I make the mistake sometimes of watching things that they're listening to news or something. I avoid news like the plague, but I know I need to be informed on things. But when I saw it was a couple that moved to a new school district. The father used to work he was a special education assistant in a school, and they have autistic sons. Well, their son, one of them was in kindergarten, and something happened where this perfectly, I'm educated and I know all the things about how to deal with autistic kids in all different ways, shapes, and forms or something. She broke the kid's fingers trying to de-escalate a situation or something. He was having a meltdown or something like that. But guess what? You do not put your hands on a kid like that in any way, shape, or form. I don't care if it's a pain in the ass kid or a mouthy teenager. If you're anybody in a school district, that's why all our school districts here where we have police officers, sheriffs at the doors and in the building. Just because we live in the state where they had the most ding-dings doing the pew-pew stuff in the schools.
Yeah, they call them resource officers here.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest cases that we've had in our state, which is freaking ridiculous. And yes, Minuteman, I mean, I can just see you going after someone. You do not want to see that. You do not want to see me do that, because I have lost my shiz. And I say shiz a lot because my daughter corrects me when I swear, because that's not language that she uses. But she has people in her school. She goes to an adult special needs school. That's why I'm in this flippant area. Otherwise, I'd be out of this area. When she's done with school there, I'm done being here in this area. I'll be going somewhere else.
So you would be my neighbor.
Okay. Well, I won't be in Kentucky. No. There's certain places I will not move to. I've been in all different places before, and there's some I won't move to, just because there's no jobs, there is no market, there is no nothing. I've seen the documentaries about Virginia. People are the poorest regions there's Georgia, there is Virginia, there are areas in Kentucky. There's all different places all around the United States where there's no jobs. There's no housing market. There's no industry going to those places, and they're just empty. They're empty.
Yeah.
And it really is. Nothing should be that way. They need to make cars in Michigan again. They need to.
Yeah, they do.
The Motor City is not the Motor City anymore. Now I can't even. I don't speak Chinese or whatever the company is that owns most of the automotive industry now in our country. I don't speak that language, or else I'd say it. So,
our industry here in Kentucky was coal, and then he sold all those out to oversee.
Well, same with our farmers. That really pisses me off because, just because they have billions of dollars because they control their people. I could not live in that country. I'd be dead. It'd be the same thing. It's World War II. Just because you're a certain background, everybody came from a different background, and that pisses me off. It just makes me angry because, my family came from Ireland, biggest drunks in the world, partiers, gypsies. Hey, I mean, but still, but just because you have this certain kind of a whatever, because your name is whatever, whatever you want to call it, or you change your name, or you change whatever gadgets you got on your body. I don't care.
Yeah.
Don't rub it in. It's not my problem but the thing is, if they're under age 18 and they're doing this crap with these kids, they're not even through puberty yet. They don't even know what the hell they're doing yet. And it pisses me off even more.
It's confusing enough that those children have to, like all of us, have to go through puberty and not understand what's going on in their body.
I need a shot of whiskey or something because this pisses me off.
I know.
But these are the things that they're trying to survive. Speaking of survival strategies, how can you survive in our country now when the American people are not important anymore? We don't matter. We don't have a say. Our voting system is, I'll probably get kicked off for that shit. If you don't see this on here anywhere, it's because it got taken down again. I don't believe that the voting system is done legally. I think they put in whoever the hell they want to put in there, which was Sleepy Joe or Grandpa Jones or whatever the hell people call him. I don't care. I don't believe that even if you go vote, your vote's not going to count. And I bet you if it's not who they want in there, there's going to be recounting and a whole bunch more. They're going to try and put other people in jail again or, whatever. I don't even know. I don't trust it. Anybody trust that? Anybody trust that we're going to have the people that we want in office? No. Yes or no? No. I say it's no.
I still place my vote, but I know better.
Yeah, that's the thing it used to be that way. I mean, why
I do have that little glimmer of hope. Okay, part of me's a dreamer. Okay, but I know better. I know it's not gonna.
Yeah, not having children.
You can't complain if you don't vote, right?
Well, even if you vote, it doesn't mean
I know
that you're, it's not going to be
a small part of you feels like you tried to do something.
Oh yeah, I mean, we could have every single person vote, but it doesn't mean that it's going to be accounted for accurately or correctly. You're passing me, passes a tea to me. Thank you, because Mom gets mad sometimes when I hear bad crap. But there are some things. I mean, I will not. I actually have a stack of paperwork sitting here that I have to do after I get done with my things this evening. Again, it's regarding my young adult. I'm her legal guardian. I've had to fight for all the crap. They were trying to tell me I couldn't do X, Y, and Z because they didn't want to accept my guardian paperwork in Tennessee, where I have money that I had set up money things in Tennessee. Well, we don't accept your paperwork. And I said, well, it's legal in all states, so you have to accept it. And they denied it over and over again. saying that my young adult could not have access to her money that I invested for her from a young age. I said, if I have to come down there to Tennessee with my lawyer, who's going to be like BD Higgins and a couple other motorcycles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The movie Mask, if you ever think of the movie Mask with Cher, if you're old enough to know what that is, where BD Higgins was her lawyer when they didn't want to let her differently looking son into their high school. And she said, she just went off on him. I'm like her. She's like a me. That character was based off of me. literally, pretty much. Paul Harvey, if I were the devil, yes. Yeah, pretty much. I do not trust any of the things. Take a deep breath. I'm taking, okay. I need a bartender or something. Anybody bartending in my area? Kidding.
I'm looking around, but I realize I don't have any vodka here, so.
Yeah. Gotta have barter items.
Is that what it is? Okay.
ZW number 2 is in our future. Oh my gosh. Yeah, everybody, please. Yeah, I would never say don't vote. That is our right to vote. We have the right to vote. I thought you were trying to grab at my throat. That's what it looked like on the screen. I was like, he's trying to choke me out, and he's just over there.
Darth Vader.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get really, really ticked off. You think what they want is a one world government. The government is made up of a bunch of billionaires that don't do shit. Sorry.
Yeah.
They don't do crap. And like I said on the last live stream, I said, they got their bunkers in Hawaii and everything else that we paid for. They're billions of dollars that they made off of the people with all their tax crap and all the stuff that's hidden in their agendas and the paperwork that nobody can understand. They don't even know if they don't know how to start a regular car or change a tire. But yet they got billions of dollars with a bunker that we paid for. And I hope that nobody's there to run the shit for them when they try to go in it, because they don't know squat. They have servants taking care of stuff. That pissed me off too. This is Michelle being mad night. What's this say? Dominion voting machines connected to the internet can be remotely controlled. Yeah, I agree. And all the absentee ballots and things. Oh, guess what? You fill it out. You can take a picture of it, but they don't have to prove whether they counted it, received it, or did not. How's that work? It used to only be you could go in person. That's the only way you could do it, unless you were homebound. And then you had to have it like a special kind of a thing. Now everybody in the world doesn't want to spend 5 minutes, or I don't care if it's 5 freaking hours waiting in line. If you can't do that, I understand. Nobody can afford to not work or whatever it is that you got going on. But still, I don't think that there should be 5 million absentee ballots allowed for picking the person that's supposed to do the crap right for us. That's the only way to spit it out. I don't trust it. I don't trust anybody, hardly ever, at all. People's Republic of Michigan, 106% of eligible voters. How can there be 106%? Is it all the illegals? Do we have illegals up here? We don't have the Kenyans up here, do we? And not anything against I have a friend from Kenya that's on YouTube, and I don't care about that. But they're here legally. They came over here the right way. And but the people that are ruining Ohio, I forgot to ask that on Vision Preparedness. He had his live stream or whatever I jumped on, and I was like, if there was some people that didn't speak my language and they were like sleeping on my lawn, they should be totally removed. They should have been gone in 5 seconds. But I never saw anything saying that, oh, we protected our tax-paying people that live in this area with our cop salaries are paid by the taxpayers. Even when we screw up and do stupid shit, you guys still pay for it because we get put on leave and you're paying your tax dollars for them being on leave for being a douchebag.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of fly in there, but sorry. But that really makes me angry because it's hard to know what the hell to prepare for if you don't know I don't know what's going to go on. I mean, they could say, I'm waiting. I honestly, I am waiting to see more My Sharona BS. Something's going to come up between now and the thing that goes on in November. I just see it. It's not even, it's a month, whatever away. It's less than a month away. I see the bullpucky if it doesn't happen, especially no matter who gets in, they're going to, no matter if it's somebody that we really want in there or the other person that shouldn't really be in there, because I think, whatever, I can't say any more of that stuff because I'm really going to get kicked off. But I think that we can do the best we can. But how do you prepare for things? I did prepping and preparing with food and the things that necessities I use because they ruined my double coupons and all the bullshit, all the other stuff I used to save money on. I used to get free stuff all the time. But guess what? Yeah. I did stock up stuff, but I donated a lot to organizations in my city because I could. It didn't cost me a dime. And I'm not going to hoard 5,000 freaking toothbrushes, literally. Yeah. I had, totes and tubs of things that I would get for free, but I donated them. I kept stuff for myself. But when I was young and poor, holy crap. Yeah. I ate the same meal every day. I had pasta with canned tomatoes with some butter and garlic on it. And that was it. That's how broke I was. That's what I could afford. No. And when I got pasta for free most of the time with coupons. And I didn't spend that much money. I was broke.
Babies, you're okay. You need to slide over there because you get closer and closer.
You got kitty cat butts in there. What does that say? Georgia passed a law. All ballots have to be hand counted and the count has to match what the computer count is. Oh, sweet Lord. They're going to take till next year. Mm-hmm. Georgia, that's just one state.
Better just pull up a chair and a beer. You got a while to wait.
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to say mask. You call me old? You better shush it. But yes, I do. I have that.
Oh, those fighting words. Watch it.
My daughter spells it. She says she spells OLD because she's like, but I didn't say it, Mom. But I actually have that DVD because that's my entertainment when my power's out. You got to have entertainment.
Yeah.
And that's the one. That's where I got a copyright strike on the song that played just because I was loading up my video to watch it, and the movie and the song came on, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, copyright strike on there. It's like, I didn't even get 5 seconds, dude. It's give me 5 seconds to figure crap out when I put a little thing on there. Let's see. What does it say? If things go wrong for sure, last resort and last chance. Yeah, who knows what's gonna crap and happen? Yes. You're in your middle 40s. Yeah. I want to be in my middle 40s. I'm going to be middle 50s in December. Not middle. I'm close. I got one more year, but I'll be 54 in December.
You're still
cheese and rice.
I'm 57. I'm surviving. You'll be all right.
My body is not. My body has been beaten the crap out of.
I didn't include that part because I'm not going to lie about that.
Thank you, CR, for a stronger drink. Yes, I would need some more of that stuff. But to know, whiskey is you always have to have stash of all the things, whether it's a habit of yours or not. Those are things that people are going to want. If you don't drink alcohol, have some alcohol. If you don't smoke all the things, the wacky tobacco, as I call it, or the other stuff, and I don't even know what the vape things are. I know they're not good for you. I know that they're causing lots of problems because they probably didn't even check to see if they were safe before they put them out there. The mini bottles, that is what I showed, is the mini bottles. The only reason I got those is just because of the fact of, I think they had, they had a $1. They're always $1 a piece. I think, I don't know if they're still that price, but those are ancient. Those are ancient, but it never goes bad. Just like honey or coconut oil. People are like, oh, this coconut oil expired a year ago. It's still fine as long as it's not growing mold and crap. Oh, look at that baby. Oh my goodness. I want that little baby. Oh, my daughter cannot see that. She wants more. She wants more fur kids. And I was like, no, we already have enough. Minuteman, you're cool. You're in your 60s. Yeah, you're good to go. You're fine. You fine.
Take care of your
You
baby.
fine.
Mom. Go on, go take care of your baby, please.
Yeah, let's see. Save your country. Teach your children that the flag is the only. Yeah. Yes. Well, there's so many things. You know, I posted something, and the person that is not on this live stream this week, because I don't know if I banned them or if they got banned or if I removed them or whatever, or they removed themselves. That's fine with me too. Either way, but I posted it. I shared a thing about there's a little boy who is like maybe 6, 7 years old, and his teacher told him that he could not give his speech about something about the rights of the Americans and something like that, because it was too controversial or whatever it was. I took it down because I figured somebody was going to be a douchebag and like report it for whatever, or I'd get all the other bullshit stuff on there. But anyhow, but I was like, are you flipping kid me? If somebody told my kid that she couldn't say X, Y, or Z, and I'm a veteran, even if I wasn't a veteran, I'm an American, and I am a very passionate American about being, being certain ways. So that pissed me off, though. Everything pissing me off today. You got all kinds of booze. How can you have all that make a deal? Nope, I ain't making no deal. No deal. Deal or No Deal is a really good show. Anyway, that's a fun one.
I stay away from the whiskey. It tears my kidneys up so bad.
Oh, well, it's not good for you at all. It's all sugar, pretty much. And sugar is what is killing everybody. That's why we have so many. I don't like to sound condescending in any way to anyone. I know that people do the best that they can in their own ways. And our best, like my best, is not the same as what Barry's best is. Like if I say, okay, I'm going to go jog 2 miles, even though it's going to kick my butt and I can't breathe and I'm going to be sore for like a week or whatever, or I'm going to start working out more, or I'm going to lose weight, or I'm going to quit smoking or quit drinking or quit doing crazy other stuff that people do, whatever it is, or I'm not going to eat 5 meals of fast food every day like I have been, or whatever. Everybody's got their thing, but I tell you what, you guys got to get your crap together. My body is killing me. I can't do some of the things that I used to do. And, it's bothersome for me just because, if it came down to it, yes, fight or flight, that when your adrenaline kicks in and somebody's threatening yourself or your loved one, you have superpowers, like picking up a car. Pretty much, you've seen it happen before. But no, I think I did. We played what was that quarter bounce game back in the day? They did that one. A couple of the guys thought they were Mr. Cool guys, and they did that with the tequila instead of whatever else it was. Whatever, they were all yakking all night long everywhere. It was terrible. I was like, no, thank you. Okay. Oh, yeah, covering the windows when they're counting stuff. Yeah, for privacy purposes or whatever. Yeah, right. Yeah, your booze is for me, and because you didn't get stuff on clearance too. You can find it on clearance. I don't shop at the place that I used to get it on clearance from though, but I hardly ever see that. Make it a 1-day holiday, voting day. Yes. Well, actually, they don't have school because it's always held in like schools and stuff. Why are you going to put a bunch of crazy people that you don't want getting crazy in the school? Yeah. Why do you put crazy people in a school area? Oh, that's why the kids don't go to school that day. Whoop-de crap. They're going to have the school disappear, so they have nowhere to go to. Jeez and rice. Yeah, I can't. If I even smelled tequila, I'd probably pass out. So sorry, I'm so like not catching anything in here. There's a million other notices on here. I'm not finding. Hi. Oh, hi. Another person that I don't know is here because I'm blabbing my lips off about all the things. You quit smoking weed every day. Oh, and then started. Dang it. The figures. I knew I was gonna. I was like, hello, what? Duh. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'd be on my heating pad right now if it was a convenient thing to do because every time I do something, it's like, nope, I'm not having another surgery. I already had like 3 in a year and I'm done with that stuff. Nope. But I can't imagine. Okay. So if we decided that, okay, after you have nothing left of your place and you got like the crazy guy that's yelling Paul and Ringo and all that crap. So you guys take off and all your stuff is stolen and you ain't got nothing. And then, you use your antibiotics like a ding dong. I mean, it would be hard for me to not help someone, but if it came down to myself or my daughter needing it, I would have to make that call. And that would be very hard. I would feel like shit for like 5 seconds. I mean, it may sound bad, but I'm sorry. If I have one little vial of antibiotics, I am keeping them for myself and my daughter, unless somebody rips them out of my dead hand. That's it. So they get to the new town. Back to the documentary instead of my ranting, but my rants are sometimes more fun than the documentary. But yeah, the so-called sheriff or someone that has some official person like a mayor or whatever, they think that they're someone that should be in charge. No, not necessarily, because they're on a power trip. And that would piss me off. But if you got let in there and you had to, you were given a place to live in, but you had to take care of all the crap in the house, whatever you got to do. And then you could only have your meal if you go to church. Well, that's fine. I mean, I like church, but I don't want to listen to some 80-year-old guy who all he does is piss and moan and say how the only people that are there were the ones that were saved because the perverts that he says spouts off stuff about, everybody else is dead because they're being punished for their sins, doing things. And they spoke about, same-sex situations, and that I'm not going to repeat a bunch of it, but you get what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
So they were the saved people, but everybody was walking around carrying a firearm in the compound area that they were living. But you got fed from the community supplies, which is like the 4 letters that is in the area that needs to be taken care of, that starts with an F and ends with an A. That 4-letter organization that is, or it could be the GOV too. If somebody comes and tries to, plow down my city and they show up and say, oh, we think that you have a whole bunch of things that we want and we're going to come in and take it. That is going to be a situation where the shit is going to go, it's going to fly. It's going to fly like crazy. Can you imagine if somebody just comes knocking on your door and it's like, I'm from this organization, or I'm this, and they have 15 people behind them with whatever on them, and they're going to, do whatever. So I can't even imagine that situation if they try to come and say, oh, we know you have these registered A2 items and we are going to take them. That would be complete civil unrest. And that is the same thing with what they're going into. They're going into a place where only the sheriffs or whatever people are allowed to have these things, on them, personal protection items. And they choose how much food you get and when you get it, and you have to go to church first before you can get it. That is just all control, which is how things.
You real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Uncle Harley, what are you going on about? Because I'm fixing to the hammer down on you.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, you could probably want to, honey, but I'm going to talk about what I'm talking about. Well, but yeah, as long as you don't say nothing that really pisses me off, you'll be fine.
Yeah,
But I can
second
swear
comment is why I'm confused.
yeah, I was going to say, yeah, those things are fine and dandy for you to say, but don't do too much stuff with me because I don't handle that very well. I mean, I love God, but I can swear like crazy and he'll still love me. Anyhow, trust me, I'm still here. But the thing is that I don't want, it goes back to how it used to be. Probably like if you think about World War II, how the people, thank you, Jan, thinking about, the fact that they were taking this certain type of individuals, which were the Jewish people or whatever it was, they did not want, they thought that they did not deserve a life or that they should not have whatever. That to me is horrendous. I mean, just thinking of the things that happened, it really makes me irritated. Thanks for stopping in, Roaming Pepper. Keep on studying. I'm complaining about things, but I appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping in.
She's venting. Don't let her fool you. She's venting.
I'm venting on the things that I don't trust that are going to happen that really will affect us. Because can you imagine if the new year comes and all of a sudden we have a situation similar to like other times and different events that have happened, and the people have no rights, even though our generations are the ones that helped build what we have now, but we're letting every other country but us become well off or better off. They're letting other countries come over here and make billions of dollars on us with all the crap, whether it's stuff they make, which is crap. I don't want crap from other countries. I mean, I'm not going to name off all the companies and stuff like that, but I get so tired of seeing people that just blow money because they're bored. If you're bored, organize your preps, clean your house, declutter some crap, donate some stuff, go mow your lawn, go garden, grow something. Seriously, what is this one? Okay, come on. Y'all gotta, I was gonna say, if anybody else is gonna be coming in here and trying to do some sermoning with me on here, just get rid of them. Because you know what? I go to church and I don't need your shit on mine. So anyhow, besides that, I don't think that it's a good thing that we have all these foreign countries that are going to do stuff that's going to, we already sold off so much stuff to other countries. They own our country that we live in, and I don't think that's fair. So it's hard for us to prepare. It's really difficult to know what you prepare for. Thank you very much for agreeing with me. I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about somebody else. So, I know if somebody is talking, whatever stuff, but it's like, I don't think it's right that we are getting to the point where we have no idea if we are preparing for ourselves against foreign things coming in and affecting us, like the My Sharona crap. But our own government, or GOV, decided that they took over. That was the test. That was test number one. A test that they did long ago, when back in the days, that was the beginning stages for them. But to have 90 whatever % of people complying with bull crap, that was enough of a test for them to try and do all the crap that is really pissing me off. So it just makes me really irritated that our country is that kitty cat's so cute. Our country is not for us anymore. It is about,
it's for the elites.
It's for the rich people that are rich from us trying to live and survive when you can't. You know, these kids that are getting paid whatever the crazy amount of, I mean, it's like whatever amount of dollars an hour to work at a fast food place, and they're on their phone, cell phone, and they don't know how to count change.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, what are we coming to? That no one will survive with that stuff. You cannot have uneducated people in the real world. Nothing is going to stay digital when the power's gone. You're not going to have your little Apple Pay tippy tappy thing. You're not going to have your Venmo, whatever those app things are that everybody, oh, hey, can I borrow $20? Sure. I'm just going to ting it to you. Forget you. Go get your ass a freaking job. Go get some more money. Quit spending money on stupid crap. You know, it's like, what is the deal?
You won't be able to use that. You won't be able to use that either.
No, that's the other thing. Make sure you got cash on you. Seriously. And everybody's like, oh, by the time I'm done paying bills and whatever, I don't have any money left at the end of the week. You got to change your stuff. You got to change what you're doing then. You got to move somewhere else. Just like Barry. You got to move somewhere else because it's going to be less money for you. Yeah, you're going to have to put in some work on a place like the crap hole I bought. It's costing me a fortune.
Oh, I still have to do work at the new place.
But if you do the work yourself, like I do as well, you save a ton of money. And no, it's not perfect, but guess what? I know how to paint a wall. I know how to cut my finger off with a saw, you know, stuff like that. But it's just, it makes me angry that people, you know, if you don't have money at the end of the week, you need to get more jobs or a better job, or I don't care if you DoorDash. Don't get DoorDash. Go do the job.
Be the DoorDash. Yeah.
Yes. Be the door. Be the door, or I hit you with the door. Seriously. Yeah. That is just makes me insane. What does it? If I can prep on my 600 monthly income, yes, Jan, you have to do stuff smart. Exactly. And you know, sorry, I have to. I'm going to keep my voice thing on here, but I have to take this thing off my face for a minute. I'm sorry. I don't want to have to do that, but okay. I just gotta. Thank you. Sorry about that. I have to do something off the side, but yes, if you are door dashing stuff, you do not have enough money for doing anything. You do not door dash a soda. I saw somebody that lives like 2 houses away from me. See, my dog's gonna bark outside right now. Close that door, please, Ariana. Thank you. I like yes, mom. That's a very good way to answer. Sorry, that's more than one bark. I'll be back. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I had to give it the mom voice. Sorry about that. Oh goodness. Well, I mean, it's a good thing that she does make that much noise, but still, and it's not late, but when it's pitch black out at this time, I can't stand it anymore. But yeah, I mean, there was somebody like a couple houses down or something, or somebody said, hey, did anybody happen to get my food delivery on their porch? It says it's delivery, but it says it's delivered, but it's not on my porch. I'm like, are you kidding me? You cannot walk a mile down the road to like 5, fast food places a mile away and pick the crap up yourself. The markup is ridiculous. I know there was somebody was talking about. There was one lady that was at work, door dashed a pack of Skittles.
Oh my God!
Not a big one, not a big pack, a small thing of Skittles to her work. I almost crapped my pants hearing that. I was like, oh heck no, no way. $22 for a $2 pack of Skittles.
Yeah, that's why I don't do Walmart delivery.
Well,
because it's I don't have a vehicle, so it's like 14 miles to town,
mhm,
and they want to charge me more than what the item is worth
right.
for just for them to drive out here. I'm like, no, I don't think so. No,
Mhm,
I'll do without.
right.
I'll get it next time I ride with somebody, but no, it's not worth it. That bag of Skittles, my God.
Literally, excuse me, literally,
If
it's unused.
if they knew what was those Skittles, they wouldn't buy them.
Well, I mean, it's yeah, that is exactly true. Totally lazy. It, the young, oh my gosh, the young kids now. Oh my gosh, if there's oh, I don't want to have to do this, and it's like we had chores to do. If you didn't do your dang chores, you're gonna get your ass kicked. You ain't getting out of that. The way kids talk to their parents nowadays. Oh heck no, they'd have no head. They would have no head at all. Uh,
Oh, they sass their parents and then turn around. Can I have? No.
right.
You
No,
just
that
sass
doesn't
me for
happen.
an hour and then you have the gall to ask me for. No, I don't think so.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, I definitely keep my money out of the bank as much as I can. I only put money in the bank when I gotta pay bills. That's it. And if the power goes out, I ain't gonna pay my bills. How can you pay your bills if they want to do that to us?
What are you paying for? You know?
Yeah. Well, it's like I know it's just so ridiculous that people are lazy. And when I try to tell people, oh, how can you do X, Y, and Z, and blah blah blah. Well, number one, you work, you save your money, you do things smart. No food delivery crap. You don't eat out, takeout. You don't go get the $50 freaking steak and salad and whatever at whatever places. I don't even know. I don't even know where they are. But it's like, I mean, just like when I was one of my videos and stuff, it's like, I'm not paying $20 for a Caesar salad that has got crappy lettuce in it. They don't even have quality control. I got a salad one time from Olive Garden, and there was so much rotten lettuce in there that
Ew.
I didn't want to go to jail, so I did not throw it at the person. So, but I did hand it back to them heavily to say, "Give me my money back. This is the most disgusting crap I've ever seen in my." We just actually we got a gift card as a gift for Red Lobster from someone. Not only did we have to sit there and wait for 20 minutes for somebody to come over to our table. And this is we go before the busy times, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't get a salad included with a meal at Red Lobster anymore.
Damn.
And we ordered, our order was going to be like $50, $60, something like that. The prices are insane. Well, the cheddar biscuits, which are usually good, if I make them myself, they're good. They were raw. They weren't even cooked in the middle of them. So I told her to get them off my table. That was disgusting. Then she brings out, my daughter got fish and French fries. Well, of course, they don't have just plain French fries. I said, you can't make plain freaking French fries without whatever shit you put on them, what seasonings or whatever. No, they're just made that way. I said, so they've been sitting there for 3 hours then, because that's what she brought out. And the fish that was on the thing was so disgustingly greasy, I wanted to throw it at her. So then I had ordered crab legs. It doesn't come with rice, but you can get rice as a side dish. I was like, excuse me. And if I wanted a salad, it was extra money. I was like, excuse you.
Mm.
So they bring my food, which is basically a big white plate with a couple crab legs on it.
Wow.
They served it with some fried potatoes that they were usually underneath the crab legs, which obviously there's water in them, you dill hole.
Yeah.
So why would I said, no, I want my potatoes on the side if I can't get rice with them like you guys used to have. And then, so she brings out those two things to me. They were not even room temperature. They were so cold. They were cold. And I thought, oh, Michelle, don't go to jail. Don't go to jail. And so she come back and Oh, and we also had a soda, of course, because again, this was a gift for us. And so I said, we want light ice and please put them in a to-go cup because we don't drink a ton of soda when we're out and about or whatever. So sorry about that. So we were still charged. My daughter's meal, she was hungry, so she wanted to eat. And then so I was not happy that her meal sucked, but and you know, I had my soda, that's all I had to eat. But I was so angry. I was like, I don't want to go to jail, so I gotta keep my mouth shut. But I did leave them a nice review. And and she came back and she's like, oh, the manager took care of your meal. And I said, no, I actually didn't get to have a meal. How did they take care of my meal? There is nothing. Sorry, I had some on there. I said, I didn't know. I had no meal. So how did they take care of my meal? By serving me crap. And I mean, there's not even a manager. It's almost like getting a law enforcement person that can handle a situation, in my opinion. Yeah. A manager usually would come back over to you and be very apologetic. That place did not do that. Because if they would have got an earful from me. But they will get an earful from their corporate office when I contact them again.
Yeah, people, those stores, those restaurants don't want to mess with me because I leave reviews on Google.
I do. I'm a Google reviewer for sure.
And I take pictures. And yeah.
Yeah, I do all the things.
If it's bad, I'm not nice about it.
I'm not either. Lie. I am not nice at all either. And it's what's even worse is they think that it's okay. What I say, this is the third time getting Olive Garden takeout because that's something that we always like to get for like gifts. We like tangible things. I don't want more crap in my house, or you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like we'd like to eat at Olive Garden once in a while, or whatever places we like to go. We ask for gift cards. That's a smart thing for us, or that works for us, you know? Right. And then it's like, just because, I mean, I've told you 3 different times that you guys need to check the quality of the food that you're sending to someone. I'm not going to go through and pick through an entire salad and to-go order before I leave the parking lot, you know, where they bring it to your car and they expect to get a tip just for bringing a bag out of the building. No, that doesn't work. That's not how working is. You don't do nothing and get paid for it.
Oh, you want a tip? Here, I'll give you a tip. Check the food before you bring it out to me.
Well, the thing is, I mean, there has been, I don't know how many times, but it's like, oh, we'll send you a gift card for, you know, whatever for your next visit. I was like, how about you just do this shit the right way the first time? Make sure you don't serve somebody crap food that's got something that can make them sick in it. You know, like really rotten food. It's disgusting. It makes me angry. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's just going out to eat is not fun anymore.
There's Lee's famous recipe over here about 14 miles from me that used to be good. And then after the Mascherona, they just went downhill. And I ordered a plate of chicken and, you know, everything was good except for the chicken. And chicken was not done. And I've got a habit where I cut through the chicken to make sure it's done all the way through. And it wasn't. I brought it back. And, well, you think I told them to jump off a cliff or something. Boy, it looked like it hurt their feelings. I said, you know, I could get salmonella for this. So you might want to serve people cooked food.
Right.
And I said, you're lucky I haven't walked out.
Yeah, when we spend our hard-earned money that we save up for, I mean, it makes me nuts because people, I can't get out of credit card debt. Stop using credit to go out to eat if you can't afford it. It's called go to the Dollar Tree store and pick up 5 flipping things and make something to eat. I'm sorry, but people are so, I need a reliable car. I need a new car. I need a car payment because I need a reliable car. No, you don't need a new car or a new payment. You got to save some dang money. Save up money. And that is, oh my gosh, it's so irritating. it's frustrating that people cannot fend for themselves like we used to. I mean, it's literally come to, I'm lazy. Everybody is lazy. You don't have to get up and walk across the house to answer your phone when it was on a cord that was 30 feet long.
Yeah.
It's just really, I don't know. And I'm sorry if I missed any questions or comments, or if anybody wants any talk about anything else. I wish everybody could talk on here, or but it's hard.
Well,
Yeah.
then it would be confusing because there would be so many voices at one time.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard enough I've done it with, well, on your channel when there's only, when even there's like 4 people or 5 people, it's hard to keep track with anything, especially if you're the person that's your channel that you're trying to do all the tippy tapping and keep up with stuff. But all right, Jan, be back whenever you want to.
Yeah, I got pretty good mods over there though. So
yeah, it's hard to keep up with things. I mean,
I usually make it subscriber only. So
well,
sometimes I forget.
Yeah, I have not done that yet, just because the first one, well, that one got blocked. So the last one, there's an issue with that one. But if there's somebody new on the channel, that's fine. But at some point in time here, it will be. I mean, there's not been many. I mean, one tonight that I know of, unless anybody else didn't let me know that there was one I missed. But
good night, Don.
Night, Don. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, we're every Friday is when I plan on being on here, and if Barry's here, he's going to be here. So, but yeah, I know it's getting a little bit late for myself too. It's been it's not 2 hours yet, but pretty close. Yeah, I remember Minuteman. Yes, I drove when I got back from the military. I bought a '78 Granada for $500 that I saved up when I left out of basic training. It was the death car. It was a death trap. It had no power steering. The brakes barely worked. I managed to find a job that it was the drive from where I lived to where the job was, just to start making money again. And when I got back from training and stuff, it took me, I don't know, a couple of months. I worked as much as I could, saved every penny I had, because I stayed at my mom's for a short time because I was like, I gotta get out of here. Because I was an independent person anyway. I had my own jobs and my own money and stuff anyway. But luckily, I got another vehicle, a used one after that, for a little better condition. You got to move up in your things. We didn't have people give us. I don't have. When I see some little teenager that doesn't even barely know how to drive or see over the dashboard or after the driving wheel or whatever you call it, steering wheel. Thank you. Gosh. Those little douchebags don't need to be driving an Audi or a Jag or whatever, because number one, they don't know how to drive. They're on their phones and they're dill holes. And if you're the parent that is buying your 16-year-old a brand new car, good for you if you want to be in debt up to your wazoo. And I hope that it kicks you in the ass, because you're not going to have any retirement, because they're going to do something dumb and you're going to get sued, and then you're going to be broke.
And most of them have their stereo so loud they can't hear an emergency vehicle coming up on them.
A 40-hour live stream? Are you insane?
I did a 24-hour one a while back, and I hated it. I slept for 2 days.
Well, there's no way I could do that. Yeah, you'd be seeing me sleeping and drooling and probably talking in my sleep or something. I mean, I did see the channel that was doing the one young kid, he's not even 21 yet. He has he's studying to be a meteorologist, and he had all this live stuff showing for Florida and things like that. But I was like, I mean, they took a couple hour breaks here and there or whatever, but I was like, but they're raking in some money, and they did raise money for helping out with some stuff too. So that was good. Let's see. Been wanting to go 15-year. Okay. Been up since 3 a.m. Yeah, I unfortunately, I've had the times in my life where I could not sleep for, I could be up for like 2 days straight sometimes, or 3 days. and I'd sleep for like a day. But that was when I was working on this crapola place when I was first in here, or first trying to be able to live in it, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I know there's going to be tons of channels that are going to be all about the election stuff coming up, and I can't get into that stuff. I can't talk much on those topics because obviously you see how I get about that. I just don't like it. I don't believe that it is actually being done legally. This is the only way I could kind of come up with it. Pretty much, I think they're doing whatever they want to do, and we are the ones that are going to have to pay for it. And we're already paying for it. We're paying for all the things. I mean, it started with the My Sharona. That killed so many family businesses. Basically, it weeded out the people they wanted out of their way, in my opinion. Yeah. That got rid of the people they wanted out of their. And no, I just that's what bugs me, is because ever since then, tons of people, it's easy to go bankrupt. I mean, you can only go bankrupt so many times or whatever, but these billionaires go bankrupt over and over again, and they're just allowed to do whatever the heck they feel like doing. It's like, oh, I can, there's all the things with the Michigan up here in general. Pharmacies, we are limited. We have very few pharmacies. We used to have like 30 pharmacies within 10-mile radius, the different kinds, different owners, different whatevers. Now we have two. And if you had to have this certain medication to keep your ticker going, then get that exact kind that actually works for you, because it's some cheap knockoff from overseas, which is where they come from. So they control that. They make sure that we either stay alive, dead. Sometimes it doesn't know. Who knows? We don't know, because nobody tells us the truth. I like to tell the truth a lot, which is sometimes not always good. So, yeah.
For some reason, that hurts people's feelings. I can't understand that at all.
Yeah, when people speak the truth, or they tell somebody that's on a power trip that, they say, hey, what do you think you're doing sitting in your car in your driveway, no matter what time of day it is? And they're like, I need your ID. And you say, no. And then they get their power. As soon as you say no to someone who thinks that their shit don't stink, heck, the whole hell breaks loose.
Yeah, I know.
And even still, even if you totally are being just an American citizen, doing not one flipping thing wrong, they will still make your life a living hell, because even if they're wrong, we pay them anyway.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I mean, I was briefly saying that I have been investing my time more into civil law as far as being an American.
Hey, KP Heathen, welcome in.
Every time I see KP, I'm thinking about I got to do KP in the military. Got to go work at the chow hall.
Yeah.
That line, Good Morning Vietnam is one of my funniest favorite movies of Robin Williams, of his, because he razzes the little young lieutenant who thinks this crap doesn't stink. And that the one scene about with the VP and the VIP being, keeping it on the PC thing that he says, or else he's going to be stuck on KP. That's all I think about when I see KP.
Yeah.
I just want to laugh. But I use that phrase. I used to use it at work when I worked in the dentist office still.
Yeah.
Just to piss them off, because people look at me like, huh? What'd you say? Pretty much. I was a jokester all the time at work. So, well, thanks for coming in late. No, I'm kidding. That's a fine. You owe us $1 billion and a couple bunkers, please. Or actually, can we just get a what did I say? A lot of people, and the people that us Michigan don't want to believe other states. You could go to stores, eat out, not wear a face diaper, etc. Yes, exactly. Well, that was, like I said, they were testing all the things. Well, Michigan used to be one of the highest money producing states long ago when we actually had the auto industry that was doing so. That's why we had such a good state here. And but now it sucks because we don't have any industry of our own here. Everything is from another country, except for our farmers that are here. But now we got China farmers. They don't even know how to farm. Who the hell's farming it? I want to know.
No,
If I see a
they're
Chinaman
over
out there,
they are literally over there spray painting the foliage that's died to make it look like it's green.
pretty much, it just makes me insane. I mean, they don't realize. I mean, it's expensive to farm. I know farmers. I grew up with farmers, and it is not cheap. You don't make money. You're not rich being a farmer. You do what you love. It's something that people have. Well, you love it or you hate it. Is it love hate no matter what job you got? But it's like, seriously, I want to see a Chinaman out there running any kind of equipment, or I want to see him, milking a cow. I want to see anything. I want to see something. I want to see him processing chickens. I know they do it over there, maybe, but why here? Why
They
do we
probably
not
got
have?
machines doing it for them.
Well, now
They
it is.
probably, they're so short they can't even reach the handrail on a tractor. Sorry,
I can't. You should watch me try to get in a tractor. It's entertaining for sure. I'm 2 feet tall, literally. I mean, literally feel like 2 feet tall. I see all kinds. I'm sure there's kinds of stuff there, but I don't understand. We are not that desperate. Where's the dudes with the $1 billion bunkers and crap? They got all the money. Why are they not buying the farms and putting our farmers back to work, producing our own food, so we don't have all the?
because it's not making money for them.
Well, the thing is, they're killing people. They're killing people. Well, sometimes they kill them really fast, or they don't kill them fast enough, so they have to come up with something else that does. We're not getting enough medical billing here. Nobody's dying.
Somebody sent me a video in Messenger the other day, and they were comparing the foods over in the UK to the food here. And there's this list this long, of our food, and then you look at the same product, and the list is just potatoes.
Well,
and you can have it with salt, or you don't have it with salt.
Right. Isn't it, which one is it? Which country is it that does not allow any fake stuff in their food? Which one is that? Iceland?
Well,
not Iceland. Not Ireland. Which one?
England won't let you. Pretty much the whole UK will not allow.
Okay, it's most of the UK. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the Chinese people, they live the longest and they have the least health problems, but they're not eating the shit that they make and send over here. They eat their normal diet of fish and rice and vegetables that they grow themselves. Netherlands is definitely one that doesn't allow crap at all. But we have a huge obesity problem because of the crap. If you were an overweight kid back in the day, you got picked on pretty bad. I mean, in school. Or unless you were just a big person, like a bigger build person, then you were playing sports, and you were still exercising, but you're just a big bodied person. I used to lift weights just because I liked lifting weights and working out back in the days. Back then, young, when I was young. But now everybody sits on their butts 24/7. We have a sedentary job. We don't have our farmers. We don't have people, that are picking up equipment all day and all night. There's machines to do everything. So not only are people unhealthy, lazy, the younger generations, who's going to run? Nobody's becoming a specialist to keep the grid going when we're done. Like when the grid goes out, nobody's going to college for that. How many people are actually going to be like in the documentary? There's no people that can do the power plants. There's 5,000 people supposedly that take care of power plants. Nobody's going to school for that. Who's going to do it?
Even if we had the people trained for it, we don't have the resources. We don't have the equipment to replace it. we have to send overseas to have one built, or they have what ones they do have built sent over here by boat. You know how slow that is. Don't get me started.
Yeah. Sorry, I have a
3
I'll be
weeks
here, but I'm good.
I
I
mean,
gotta
we're
let
talking like a month for a transformer to be transferred over here. I mean, come on. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Well,
Yeah, minute man.
I've already seen that thing that, there, it's like, okay, so why are we letting companies that want us demolished to own our country in any way, shape, or form, which they already do with the medical and the pharmaceuticals? We can't live without them because, they pretty much sold their souls to that country for people that are on medications that could possibly, there are some people, yes, you have to have medication to be, stay alive. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's because you're overweight or you don't exercise or you sit on your ass and do nothing all day, that's a difference. There's a big difference. Yes, and it's hard work. I know. I used to train people for a living as well. And I used to be a nutritionist for people like that too. You can't sit on your butt all day, do nothing, eat bonbons, live off the government, not work because, I have this ache and pain, or guess what? I have anxiety every time I leave my house, but I'm not going to let that, just because people drive like dill holes, I'm going to still go drive. I got to. You got to do what you got to do. But the helping, fast food, oh yeah, man, they're raising the prices. But guess what? Now they have it where, you can use your government food stamp things and get some crap food from takeout delivered to your house for free on the other taxpayers, pocket. That ticks me off. I'm just ticked off today, aren't I? I'm sorry about that.
It builds up. It builds up after a while, doesn't it? And you have to let it out.
Thank you.
Because if you don't, you'll explode. There'll be little bits of Michelle everywhere.
I'll just have this. This is therapy hour. If everyone would like to have a chance to come on the show, and you can spew off everything that ticks you off.
Life stuff.
Yeah, thanks, Minute Man. I knew you had that smart aleck thing on there. I'm glad I'm refreshing to listen to, because not everybody likes to listen to my mouth camel there, or Carl there. Sorry, but I just think that people need to quit being so complacent. Yeah, you got to be here all the time and give me refills on this stuff, because this is my venting time frame. Just because, I mean, even the people that know they're in Hurricane Alley areas and stuff. No, you can't. Quit squeaking the baby. She's got her squeaking baby. She's like, you're talking, I'm talking. Sorry about that. The thing that makes me mad is that, yes, you can't predict that your house is going to get washed away with all your preps in it. I totally understand that part. But if you know that you have hurricanes and tornadoes that come at you for X amount of months out of the year, then maybe buy some floating containers. I don't know. Maybe you can tie your ass to a tree. I don't know. I don't live down there.
Tie some pontoons to your house if you're worried about it floating away.
Well, I mean,
anchor it to,
Oh my gosh. It's just, I don't know. Yeah. Don't get started about that. Yeah. I'm pissed. Voodoo, if you didn't hear me earlier, I fought a year and a half, and they gave my daughter, who is disabled, $20 a month for her food benefit. And she can eat $20 in a day because we eat good food. Yeah. Security and defense. Yeah. We ain't going to get that. Yeah. We get defense against us, pretty much, is what we get. We are on the offense part. They're kicking our asses all the time, saying, no, you can't have this, you can't do that. No. But we're gonna take all your crap. Yeah, right. What does it say? Commercial vessel, light boat. Cool. Yeah, that'd be cool, but I'm not a millionaire. But obviously, that's why I don't live in areas that have that kind of weather, obviously. But yeah, I mean, a tornado could come in and take my place out. But guess what? You don't keep everything you own in one place. Some people, I understand, you cannot do anything but keep it in the one place that you are. If you were in a camper, that's if you're living in your car, living out of a camper, whatever. If you all you have is, your little 2-bedroom apartment thing that I used to have before, then you have all your stuff with you because there's nothing else you can do. That's fine. Do the best you can though. So, it's just really frustrating though that people just, I don't have money to do that. I can't do this. I can't do that. You really can if you really want to do something. You got to kick your ass and make yourself do stuff sometimes that you don't want to do. Believe me, I've done it before.
You're the only person keeping yourself from doing it. When you say I can't, you've already lost. So
that is
say
exactly.
I can. Say I can. You pull your panties up and get to it.
Or I always say, get your thong out of your ass.
Yeah, get your thong out of you. There you go.
Yeah.
Nobody's coming for you. And if they do come for you, it's not as good. It's not going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I mean, yes, it's fine to treat yourself for some. Yeah, I showed. Well, I didn't. It was in the freezer, but guess what? If I find ice cream on sale and it's buy one get one free and it's $1.99 with no tax, guess what? Me and my kid are gonna have ice cream for a treat in the freezer because I spent $2 and we don't go out and eat all the time. So guess what? That's a treat. Splurges and treats. You got to have treats and comfort foods in your preps. Obviously, you're going to get sick of eating, rice and beans. Number one, if you have a special needs person who can't handle eating certain foods because it makes them gag, you can't expect them to eat that. You have to prep for them differently. And yeah, good night, Don. I was going to say that was a long time ago. I saw that a long time ago. But it's really, it is frustrating because people don't want to put in the hard work, kind of like GOV, kind of.
Yeah.
See, I don't even realize my face isn't even on the screen. I'm just flapping my gums. I'm looking at the thing over here and I just, oh my gosh. Anyway, I guess I'm a little tired. But so yeah, it's been 2 hours. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm just blabbing away, but
yeah, you had a lot to get off your chest. There's
so many other factors that are inhibiting us being able to know how to prepare properly. I mean, we could have an Armageddon time anytime, really. I mean, think of the My Sharona time. That's pretty much what I compare it to. But if we don't know if, all of a sudden, Monday, there's going to be alerts on everybody's cell phone that says the CBC is now in effect at this moment. There's no more cash. And what are you going to do? What do you do? Guess what? Oh, you can't go get money out of an ATM anymore? Really? Okay. And so if you have credit cards that are maxed out and you have no money in your bank, and all you can do is use your tippy tappy phone that they track everything you do, everything you buy, everywhere where you go. You need to check all your settings on your phones too, people. Just saying. Make sure that they're not recording your conversations when you're not on your phone. Your phone doesn't have to be on even. So there's a lot of things, or tracking where you go. Like, when they try to, it's like, oh, I can find that person. I can just tippy tap on my phone here and I can just pull them up. It's like, yeah, make my own ice cream. I ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time to make ice cream. What's this? Oh, okay. Yeah, you're lucky. You're good. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So you have your warrior outfit all picked out. Let's ride. No, I don't. If it was just me, it'd be no problem if it was just me. But alas, it is not. And I will do anything, of course, to make sure that within my means. And now, yeah, now you want ice cream? See? I know. I want some right now too. But I do have some left in the fridge. Or fridge. Really? Oh my gosh. See, you can tell I'm a little tired.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like the thought of trying to decide to come or go, if you're going to stay or go. That would be a difficult decision because pretty much if we knew the My Sharona stuff was going to be mostly our state was going to be the one that was getting the fun part of it, even though that wasn't really just the only place, but I would have moved somewhere else. Like take off and go. But I can't really just pick up and go.
You can't really. I mean, I think it's a matter of just wait and see what happens. Because every situation, 2020 was just like an exercise.
It was a shit show.
Yeah,
pretty much.
So the next one that comes around, you're not going to be prepared for what. You might be prepared for it, but it's going to be totally different circumstances than what it was in 2020.
There's going to be a lot more outraged people.
Yeah.
Who are requesting their rights be accepted. Our civil rights, like the military. That really pissed me off with that stuff. If I would have been in the military, and they wanted to do all this mandated crap or whatever, I was dumb. I was young and dumb and whatever back then. I'm not now. now you try and do something like that. Oh my God. I love that there's one. Oh, the Italian guy. I always say his name wrong. Menace something. He is a hilarious comedian. And it's about now someone knocks on your door. That's his whole spiel. If you know who that guy is that I'm talking about, he's like, now someone knocks on your door. He's like, that's like not a good thing. Back in the day, if somebody knocked on your door, you didn't instantly freak out. Now I had somebody knock on my door. Now I have put up a new thing on my. I have a closed gate on the steps of my place. I just put a new sign on there that is zip tied on it. It's a metal one. It says private property, no trespassing. I do have a no soliciting sign as well, but I had someone knock on my door, and she was lucky. It was an old lady who had like no teeth. She was going around doing stuff for the election times or whatever crap. It wasn't a census person or whatever bullshit, whatever. But I told her, I said, number one, why are you on my porch? And I didn't have my sign up yet. Oh, I'm just, and she started saying whatever. I let her get a couple words in. And I said, there is no soliciting allowed in this park where I live. I said, I have a sign that says no solicitors. Oh, I'm here for the election. I said, I don't give a shit what you're here for. I said, you are soliciting whatever your agenda is on my property at my door of my house, and you are not welcome. And she still kept talking. And I used to live on this street. I said, I don't give a shit if you lived on this street. I said, I was nice to you for the first 5 seconds. Now get the hell out before I remove you. And I felt bad, but I did not feel bad because she was probably in her 60s. And I don't care if you are going to be in my area unwelcomed, just like the crazy people that are being caught on people's, ring things about crazy people talking into their doorbell cameras because they're whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. That person, oh my gosh. I mean, no. And you can't even, the sad thing is that back in the day, if you were on a farm out in the middle of the country and someone was knocking at your door in the middle of the night, you're a farmer. You come to the door with a shotgun, right? Well, luckily, this is a sad story in general. It's a friend of mine who was kidnapped by two men that abused her and raped her, and she was going to be left for dead, pretty much. And she managed to get away from them, and she ran to the closest place she could find, which was a farm, and knocked on the door or banged on the door. And of course, she freaked out because of what had already happened to her as a teenager. She was a young teen, but he came to the door with a shotgun until he saw her. But of course she freaked out more because of what she just experienced. But that person did help her, but in the middle of the night, even back then, this was in the 80s. In the 80s, we didn't have all this crazy crap we got now. We had bad people. There's always been bad people doing bad things and whatever. But she was lucky enough that, thank God, she got away from them. I don't know if they passed out or whatever happened, but she got away from them. But it ruined her life. Basically, it ruined her whole life in general with all the things. But luckily, nowadays, if somebody comes to my house like that, I would not trust that is a real person. And I mean, unless they were bleeding all over the place, real blood, that I know what real blood looks like.
Yeah.
Look at you. You got all the cats on you. I was going to say the other word, but you got all the
They're
cats.
awake.
Yeah. But, now I would not trust if someone came up here saying, can you help me? Can you help me? Someone's after me. Can I come in? Hell no, you can't. I'm sorry. That sounds terrible. Doesn't I know it sounds terrible,
No,
but am I not?
it's not terrible. It's you're probably being set up. There's probably nobody after them. They're just
I mean, I hear people. I mean, oh, that kid is so cute. I had a cat that looked kind of like that one too. But I mean, I have a couple that's one across the street. I call them Ike and Tina. Because it's like the Ike and Tina show, literally. And so there's sometimes, I mean, I don't get involved. I mean, if I heard, certain things happening, then there's one night I just wanted to say, just shush it. Cause he kept saying, he sounds like Ike. He's like, I'm going to kill you, bitch. I'm going to kill you, bitch. That's what he's yelling. And she's like Tina. She's standing up. She's like, you come on, bring it on, brother. She's just they're going at it. Then I have I call them the tweakers, are across the street. I like my neighbor on the one side of me. That's it, pretty much. But the ones across the street, I think she's a little mentally different. But I've also, they both do drugs of various kinds, some legal, maybe some not legal. I don't know for sure, but I have seen them in different types of situations where, I don't know. They're both really scrawny and skinny, and but they go at it all the time too. And it's just like, oh my goodness. And it's difficult. I know that there's some other issues with the situation there, because there's a little girl, unfortunately, that lives there, and it's sick to hear. Like, one of the parents, if I hear something, I usually just turn and give the look. I make sure they see my eyes meet their eyes when I hear certain things, like when he's telling his daughter, or he or she or both, why don't you just effing go do blah, blah. You're driving me freaking nuts, and stupid kid, or you're being an asshole or whatever, saying stuff to a kindergarten kid who's, oh my gosh, that I give them the look. But I know that they have CPS stuff, that they have visitors that are there. I know that. I don't know. I'm sure that stuff has happened, but if it's something that, if I heard something bad happening, that's about the only time I would call for law enforcement. Usually everybody else is really nosy in general. It's like, oh, what were the cops doing on this road over here or over there? Whatever stuff they do. It's like, don't worry about it. If they're not at your house, don't worry about it. It's like, unless it's an active person with a pew-pew or something like that.
It's washed out, but
yeah.
I got everybody programmed in there.
Yeah.
And then I got my talk frequencies on the bottom.
Yeah, that's the one thing I tried to do was with some radios to practice. Like even if if I was, I can't, in our area, it just seems like nothing works really well, and you know that's bothersome, especially if she is at her workplace or at school or whatever situation it is, or are stuck on a bus in between places. I don't know, because then I'd be like, because I mean, she has a phone on her, but she does not know emergency procedures. I mean, she knows of them, but she doesn't know how, when, who, where, why, and she would trust most people, which that is the hard part for me, because I'll cut somebody.
Mhm.
I swear. I mean, I am so protective of the things, and that's why I don't sleep sometimes. If they're like, if Ike and Tina are going at it, or if there's some dill hole that is, that I catch on my cameras, like there was some family that decided they were going to take pictures of themselves in front of my house and my vehicle, and I didn't see. I was, I had air conditioning running in my house or whatever, so I didn't hear the people outside, and or I don't always have my phone set because I have hardwired security cameras. And I was like, I didn't hear it, but when I actually checked my phone, I looked and I see all this stuff like on there. So I instantly went outside, and of course they weren't out there. But at that point in time, 10 minutes, they were outside my home, 10 minutes, walking all over my yard, taking pictures of themselves in front of my house and my vehicle. And I was like, so I blasted them. I put their pictures all over the place, and I said, whoever this is, don't ever do it again. If I find you, you're gonna regret it. Because number one, that's invading my privacy, my house number, my vehicle information that is seen on a public place, and they were on my property, trashing my property. It's like I've been working on my landscaping in my yard to get grass to grow for 2 years, and you got your kids stomping around and shit on it. Oh,
Mhm.
so that makes me mad. So
Chances are that you have a better looking place than theirs, and they were trying to pass it off as theirs,
well,
even though clearly you worked for it.
actually, I posted it on this community's page with the people with the pictures and everything, and I did an anonymous post on there, of course, because I don't want them to know it was me. But other people said, oh yeah, I've seen them, and they were doing this and that and blah 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 and so on and so forth or whatever. And I said, yeah. I said, well, all I know is that number one, it's creepy, and number two, it's inappropriate. It's not something that you do at 10 o'clock at night around someone's house, because guess what? I would have loved to went out there with a bat. Really.
Yeah.
It's just, it's just dumb. Excuse me. I'm missing all the things, but my project for the weekend is to put up 28 go yes signs. Yes, actually. But the thing is, the other reason that I have the no trespassing thing is as well is that there's people in here that complain because some people don't get along with management or people that work for here and stuff like that, and like, oh, they got a violation because their grass wasn't mowed, or they have trash in their yard, or there's 50 kids' toys and crap or whatever everywhere. People complaining it's their kids' toys are getting stolen or a bike stolen. It's like, why are you not locking up items of value instead of leaving them in your yard? I said, that's on you. Now, they broke into your shed and got it, or if they walked up on your deck where you have it locked with a bike lock. If you want to keep something of value, don't do stupid crap. I mean, the thing is like if somebody, Ike and Tina, if the cops came over to get Ike and Tina, and they decided they want to, we see we got cameras on her place there, we're going to walk over there and we're going to go knock on her door and see if we can get some footage or some shit like that. Hell no, you better not. You better not come to my house, because they did do that at the previous place I lived. We had plainclothes people, plainclothes, 2 men show up saying that whatever they were, whatever people, and wanted to know, because of course the cameras or whatever, because of a situation, one person was in jail, and another person is claiming that stuff was stolen from the house, blah, 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 whatever. So I said, you're not coming in here. I said, you can give me a date and time estimate. And I said, if I have anything of value or interest, then I can let you know. But no, you ain't coming in my house. You're not coming in my house.
No.
You shouldn't even be on my porch. And number one,
No.
that's it. That's the thing. Like, if you have an open steps up to your place, that invites them to come and knock on your damn door. Number one, put something across it. I don't care if you put a baby gate across it and put a sign on it that says "Stay the F off my shit."
Yeah.
You can put in crayon for all I care. Yeah.
Day glow paint.
Yeah, I could do. Yeah, get rid of all the things on there. But
I'm gonna go in here real quick and grab like a long sleeve shirt or something, as it's getting chilly over here.
I was gonna say I'm cold too, and I'm getting kind of tired. Is anybody else really tired and ready to be off of here? Because that's fine with me too. Because I'll just flap for a long time. But yeah. But no selfie sign. Yeah, CR. Make me one of those, would you? No selfies of my stuff. Yeah, it's yeah. You go ahead and get a sweatshirt, Barry. Go ahead. Take care.
Yeah.
Get warm. I know. I got a little one on here, but yeah, it's just it. I'm tired of looking at myself in here. I do this. I don't want to look at my own face. But anyhow, so I made sure I looked up a few different things, and from what I've been finding is that I do have a gate on my steps that comes up to the deck of my house where my entryway is. I know it's past your bedtime, Jan. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for coming, and see you soon. Keep in touch. Be safe. God bless. I do have a gate that I put a lock on it on the back side. It's the kind that you have to lift up and to open it from my side, not for someone coming up to the steps. So hopefully they fumble for 5 seconds before I have to kill them. Not really, you know what I mean? But I give Rudy a run for his money. What do you mean? Oh, for talking too much? Well, I had one live stream with him on my channel, and I didn't get to talk on my own channel. So now me and Gray Man get along just fine. We're both talkers, but we can both let each other talk. My face is easy to look at. Oh gosh, please. But anyhow, so I made sure I put my gate switch, or the little latch thing, is on my side, not the outside, obviously. And also, I just put up a no trespassing sign. It says private property, no trespassing. It's metal, it's zip tied really, really well on my front gate, because I have learned that, say the police from Ike and Tina come on over and they make it through my little gate thingy and knock on my door. Well, number one, they just trespassed. So, but you know how that goes. They never like to hear no. They don't want to do this. They don't want to follow rules, and that really, really highly agitates me. I'm trying to use some other words, and that really bothers me, because they think they have a right to be in your area, and they really don't. Especially if they're wanting you to be a cooperative citizen, supposedly. It's like, no. If I felt like I had some information on something that was very pertinent information, like, yes, it shows this person doing a pew-pew move on this person there. Or, Ike really did do this to Tina because it was on my camera. That's a different story. But I would not be letting them know. I mean, but they need to not knock on my damn door, especially if it's nighttime, because you ain't get one nowhere. But I did feel bad about the old lady, but I don't feel bad. I mean, I did, but I don't. That person needs to understand too that she has boundaries, that they need to stay the hell out of my way. This is my place, and I don't care. You know, like the mobile home park place here tried to tell me I had to take down some. It's like it's fence. It's for vines and stuff that grows on it. Yeah, that thing. But I can never remember the name of it. One of those, and they tried to tell me I had to take it down, and I was like, no, that's not a fence, number one, and number two, no, I'm not taking it down. It was this way when I bought it, and that was 2 years ago. Oh, well, the previous owner should have done this, or you. I said, I don't give a shit what you guys are saying now. It's been 2 years. Trellis, thank you, Raka. I suck so bad with trying to remember stuff. Thank you for the reminders. Yes, it's a trellis. But they tried to tell me that I needed to take it down because it was they called it a fence, and I said it's not a fence. I said, and I said, here's the before pictures, here's the after pictures. I said, see all this shit? This is what the crap looked like before. This is what it looks like now. But they were trying to give me some bullshit story, and I said, you know what? I said you can flap your gums all you want to, but it ain't coming down. And if you touch it, I will prosecute you for damaging my property. So, and the poor manager guy, I mean, he has no chance with me either. But he's usually never available to speak to anybody. But I knew he was there because I always make sure that I know he's there by the vehicle he drives. So, good night, Minuteman. Take care. Get some shit done. Get some stuff done. But hopefully, see you next Friday. I wish you guys could come on here and talk. Maybe Minuteman will come on here and talk with us. We'll bring Minuteman on here to talk. But yeah, so I'm not letting people bully me around anymore with any of that stuff. It's like I told him, I said, no, I said I don't have to remove anything from my property that you sold it to me as is, the piece of crap that I bought as is, and I had no repercussions of what you sold me. So you have no repercussions of telling me what I can or cannot do with this place. So kiss it. I said, nothing's coming down, and everybody better stay off my damn property. So, which they do. And I make sure that nobody is able to come in the backside of my area. They can be on the other side between me and my neighbor on the corner that I like. And him and I keep an eye out for each other, which is why I actually like him. Because, you know, we got to know each other, and we both like it nice and quiet, and we don't like dill hole people ticking us off.
That's the way I am.
So, I mean, but I made sure, because there's people that were walking in between my place and his, where they're walking their dog and letting their dog crap in the back in the yards and all that stuff. It doesn't bother me because I don't go back there. Now, I did here and there when I had to, but I was like, no, I'm not going to be, whatever. So, but there was some kids or some young adults or whatever at one point in time that were running around behind my place, and it wasn't closed off as much as it is now. Well, now it's closed off. It's not fenced. I have it just so that it's exactly the trellis that I never remember the name of. Thank you for everybody who told me what it was again. But I was like, yeah, I'm that way. And the other thing that I liked is I have a very noisy wind chime that I hang in between the open area. That's an idea for you. If you want to have some kind of a notice that somebody's coming around, put something they can't see in front of their face so they run into it, and it makes a lot of noise.
Yeah. Fishing line is amazing. It's hard to see. Well,
I mean, this is, if they tried to come in between where the trellis is open so that it's not supposedly fenced, quote unquote fenced, I will hear every single thing. I mean, you can't not hear that. I mean, that's right outside my house. So it's entertaining. I like seeing people try to do that here and there. I wish I do have a camera on it. So
yeah.
That is.
Hey, Arc Wild Man, how you doing?
You must be in a totally different part of the world. It seems like it's midnight to me, but it's only 10:30. But this time, it's not even the time change yet, and it's driving me nuts. Yes, I'm trying to crash the internet, Minuteman.
We're on the same time.
Yeah, I was gonna say it is. I don't like it being dark so early because it just makes me get more tired, which is ridiculous. What does that say? HOA is going to try to, what's that say? New wave of crap. The city went, what is that? They're trying to pull some bullpucky on you. Oh, that's something that happens in this area where I live, which is why people complain that they're like, how many times can someone sit in front of your place or walk around your property looking for a violation before it is considered trespassing?
Or
And everybody's,
stalking.
well, yeah, or stalking. But supposedly because, when you rent the land that a mobile home is on, that doesn't belong to you. You just rent it, which is fine and dandy. But renters do have rights. And people need to know the specific terminology of the rights for, we can go on that property anytime we want to because we own it. Well, that's just like saying, well, I have a car payment and that this bank owns my car so they can come and get my car and drive it whenever they want to. That makes that's not realistic, right? I mean, if they repo a car, that's totally different. But if you're not coming to mow my lawn, if you're not coming to pull the weeds in it or clean up dog crap in my yard, you don't need to be in my yard. If that makes sense. I mean,
Exactly.
They do not need to be in my yard for any reason. And it's just, there's some people that are really douchebaggish people that all they want to do is cause problems. You know how there's always things like that going on, but you have to be a decent human being in general. The people that get, complained about the most are people I actually get along with.
Yeah.
Because you know what? If you're not a douchebag, then maybe people won't rag on you so bad. Or they won't write you up every time your grass is like a 1/4 inch too long. I have no idea. But that's totally off topic stuff. But it's basically, I made sure even if like the guy, when they put a notice on my door, which is the reason why I got this sign, because number one, I don't like people coming up to my door and knocking on my door or doing anything on my door. So, because I have dogs, number one. But so when they left this notice that was taped on the outside of my screen door, number one, they should mail you something like that. You should get something in the mail, not just stuck on your door, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so another thing is that if I am home at all times, if you don't have a screen door and a main door, inner door, if it's a screen door, that is always locked. The screen door is always locked when I am inside the home. That is 99.99% of the time, because with the so-called officers that may come over to ask for information from you, they will open that screen door and they knock on your inner door. Well, and they do their usual bullpucky. Well, no. But and I get really, really irritated when I hear of people dealing with pushy enforcers or so-called law enforcers that that they're trained. Oh, if somebody opens the door, you put your foot in the door, and if they slam your foot, then you got them for whatever domestic violence crap or whatever shit it is, whatever you call it. Basically, right. So you're going to get charged with something, and then it's going to give them a reason to come in and do something that's going to really rock your world. So I make sure that my screen door is locked. So, but I still will never open it for any officer unless I don't know. I don't even know what, unless they broke my door down. That's pretty much it. I guess that's about the only time I could say that. But no, I'm not going to volunteer any information, and I'm not going to have anybody in my home. I mean, they're going to have to make their way in for sure. And sorry if I'm not catching up on any of the goodies. Whoever. There's still some people watching. Thanks for hanging out. It's Friday night. This is my exciting time. I want a caramel apple now. Darn it.
Yeah, I know. That sounds good, don't it?
And yes, I do. Yeah, the thing, that's what makes me upset is that if you'd have a management issue with a tenant, then you should not, if you can't just put something on somebody's door and think that I could say, where's the picture that you took of it being on my door? Where's your proof that I was served that? And I that's what I said to that guy when I was at the office, the manager, who is, I don't know, I think maybe his wife abuses him or something. Maybe I'm just scary, but pretty much I made it very, very clear and apparent to him that I am not removing anything. And if anything is removed from my property, that they will be sued for violating my rights and for trespassing, even though they own the land. I don't care if they say that they own it. I rent it. That's just like I've heard from someone that has a channel. I'm not going to say their name. Lives in an apartment, and someone, the management, and 2 other people let themselves in to that person's apartment while they were still in it. And I was like, what? I said, what? But the police, I believe, I don't know if the person actually called police. This person was harassing a tenant and whatever else. But all I know is that if anything like that ever happened to me, oh my gosh, that person would be dead. Oh my gosh. But the person was in the bedroom sleeping and heard the door shut. And that's what woke them up. But there's and supposedly, oh, you can't have a deadbolt on there. We don't allow those in our building. Screw you. If I'm going to put a deadbolt on, I'm going to put one on. I'll put a chain on there. I'll put 15 chains on there. If you want to charge me for patching some holes when I move out, that's fine with me. But you're not going to tell me what I can and cannot do for my own protection and where I am paying to live at this time. That's just, it's like, I want to see them tell me, oh, they try to tell us you can only have an American flag flying. That's the only kind of flag that you can have on your home or whatever. That's fine and dandy. But then they try to say, well, you can only have anything with the election stuff up 2 weeks prior to the election, and it has to be taken down the day after or some crap or whatever. I was like, I'm going to write Trump all over my freaking truck with whatever I want to. And it's going to be there all week long or whatever I want to do. But they just try to do what they just try to take away people having their own right to freedom of speech. I can call you an asshole. You can call me a bitch. That's freedom of speech. That's not, oh, I'm a Karen. I'm offended. I don't know why they're called Karens. I would come up with something else beside Karen. But, the people that
I never understood that either.
Yeah. It's like, why do people just complain? What does it say? Sorry. I checked my no HOAs is my unbreakable rule. Well, yeah, that's the thing. That place, it was subsidized type of housing, but that still does not mean that you take away people's rights to privacy. That was an invasion, a major invasion of privacy. And also, the person this manager person brought in 2 males into the apartment, which is not a male occupant. So that right there is extremely threatening to bring in people that shouldn't have not have been there in the first place, number one. But number one, she broke and entered in there. Just because she's a manager or whatever, does not mean that she can enter your home when you're not there, or even if you are home. You can say no. You can say, I'll schedule it next month. Yeah, whatever it is. They should never ever be able to. And then to say that you can't alter anything in the place. You can't, I'm like, well, you can put a Dollar Tree store window alarm sticky thing. So if your door opens and you're sleeping again, if they try to come in with a key, it's going to blast their flipping ears off. I actually sent that item to that person. Did they use it? No. It's like, don't bitch about something if you don't, and don't have somebody to help you out with something if you ain't going to do shit about it. If you ain't got balls to take care of yourself, or, I can't get, they want to evict me or whatever. Let them evict you. Sue them. I don't know. I can't help people that can't help themselves. You know what I mean? It's like, I send you something, use the effing thing. If you're on a third floor, you don't need it on a window because nobody's going to climb the wall unless they're Spider-Man or Split or, whatever. It's just, you're out of the country next to, yeah. People on your road saying we are part of it. No, heck no. Yeah. Supposed to have a copy of our door keys. Now, do you live in an apartment or is that a house? I want to know, because there's no way in hell if I was in a HOA, they didn't get no key to my house. Ain't nobody got no key. They don't need one. So, yeah, is that a house or is that an apartment building type of thing? Let me know. Yeah, that. Not only have they never, I changed locks on them. Yeah, good. That's good. Whatever it is. But yeah, I would never do that either. No, hell no. Heck to the no. Okay, I promise I'll be done by 3 hours, which is 20 minutes, less than 20 minutes. I'll shush up after that. Excuse me. Yeah. HOA rules states they're supposed to. Yeah, no, there's no way. I would never do that.
Even my landlord doesn't have a copy of my keys.
Keep going. You must be Super Bunny or Energy Bunny, Energizer Bunny. That's what it is. Super Bunny. Yeah. I'm tired. That's how tired I am, I guess. Yeah. Oh, condos. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't care if I lived in my apartment was they were called apartments because they rented them out, but there were some people that owned them because there were condominiums that they couldn't sell, so they rented some out. And I was like, I don't give a rat's butt. I was like, I had 5 chains on there. I got all the things. You have coffee. I did not have coffee.
I'll see our Carol being live next.
Mm-hmm.
It's Friday, isn't it? You see what that baby did?
Oh,
I think I disturbed it. Oops. Oh, it was already disturbed. It's a cat.
I was going to say, is this like, quit moving, human?
Yeah.
My dogs are like that. I do. My old one, she cannot always hold her bladder and stuff anymore. So I do. I mean, I crate trained them anyway, but I used to let them sleep with me until it got to be, I'm sorry, honey, but no, you're not going to be peeing on the floors that I'm just putting in. So,
yeah.
But yeah, so she plays dead. Like, I can't move. I can't walk to my crate off the couch with mom. It's like, oh, I'll put you in there. Don't worry. But I will get going for now because I know my daughter is probably in bed and waiting to know if it's okay to go to sleep or if she's not already went to sleep. But thank you all.
She's warm.
Yeah. I was gonna say kitty cats are so cute. But I used to have 3 cats and 4 dogs at one time. But I have 2 left. So take care,
Oh, good.
everybody. I appreciate you guys being here. And yeah, if you guys have any ideas that of more specific things to talk about next time, you can always put them into comments or something afterwards or whatever, or post it, tag me in a post or something like that. I don't care. Do whatever, unless it's a douchebag person saying something dumb. I've had a few of those.
Post-it. Stick it on the fridge, and then when she has her live next, you can grab it, post-it note, and say, "Oh yeah, I wanted to ask Michelle this."
Yeah. Well, I always think I always start talking about one thing, and then I always get something else comes up. Yeah, and make sure you bring more cups for me. Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I can't drink coffee this late. I used to drink coffee when I was up for a couple days in a row, but I can't do it anymore. But thanks for being here still long, everybody, and I appreciate everybody. Defensive landscaping. I can't do any defensive landscaping because I have cement in the front of my place, which is where all the windows are. But yeah, you can do a whole bunch of stuff, like lots of noise making things, like dogs.
Hi.
Yeah. Thanks for being here. Much tested. I'll see you guys next time. Good night, Raka. And thanks for being my other voice and eyeballs and hanging out with me, Barry.
No, anytime. Anytime.
Yeah. Alrighty. I will end the stream and I'll say one final word to Barry afterwards. So good night, everybody. God bless. Sweet dreams.
Bye.
Bye.